Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to STF and Friends Redshift Rally. What episode is this now? 5?
5?
So 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've only done one race, too.
One race and 5 eps. Let's keep that trend going.
Yeah.
I guess the first technically had a race in it.
It was a race.
It was
Yeah.
of all the
racing.
races.
You weren't in it, but
Am I the only one that's like mildly bothered by the fact that we're Redshift Revolution and our team color is green?
I don't understand that
it did-
either.
I've
it did
had
bother
questions.
me when I went to get gear for this.
Same.
Like,
Samesies.
well, what color is Pimbo in the art?
Green.
Lime green.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
color is the Redshift logo? Rainbow.
Rainbows.
Rainbow.
I'm like, I mean, okay, but
And
also
what color's in the title? Red. You know, like
we're just doing all the things, and that's fine, I guess.
It'd
I
be
mean,
like if they
obviously,
put
I'm
Big Red
biased.
Gum in the wintergreen packet.
right.
Yeah,
right.
you bet.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But it is what it is, and I'm thankful because that's the color hat that I have, so I did not have to.
Well, they had
buy
a
anything.
perfect opportunity to go with Dale's paint scheme for the color.
I know.
You know,
I know.
And then they gave it to Terminator. That's just,
Right. I think it's just like an extra reason to hate them. I
I
don't know.
agree.
Yeah.
but they really look. That's absolutely it. The writers at Paizo were like, we know people will be irritated that their antagonist team has Dale Earnhardt's paint scheme colors and they don't. That's what they were banking on.
Yeah, they're counting on it. You know.
Player
They know me
motivation
too well.
Right there. Yeah.
They did that literally for one person.
Jason, there's
Yeah.
not an inspiration for you in it, but can I
No.
get you to do what I want is a recap? Like I don't need a detailed recap. I want a general recap of where you're at this point.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
the team, we have we've come a long way in 3 days from nearly seeing our friend Penvo get blown up on his inner cycle to coming in third in the first leg of the rally. And we had a good showing in that. We learned a few things beforehand about what's going on in the hangar with some possible opportunities for additional credit making if we wish to just, casually stumble across some other Starship's schematics, total technical
We
readouts.
don't mind being scummy.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Casual corporate espionage.
Casual. Just wear blue jeans while you do it. It'll be okay.
Cash
right?
McGash.
Cash McGash, baby.
Good. And we're trying to help out the Spars, a little girl and her dad who are building their own ship and connecting them with Redshift corporate to see if we can help them get a leg up on their next venture. We checked in with the manager of the staff to see what's going on and kind of didn't have a super satisfying conversation, but we could kind of see where he's coming from as well. And let's see. Oh, we stopped a fight from breaking out right before the race started.
That's right. Well,
Between Blood Mountain Clan and Deshad's Industries. So grateful that our friends didn't get thrashed by some Basque. Though I don't know.
they might have could have taken him.
Avo, probably he's probably a brawler for all we know. Anyway, but the highlight, of course, of the last episode was the race itself. And blasting through 6 different phases of the race and all the different things that we faced in that. And now we are headed back into the hangar with the X-66, gonna dock and debrief a little bit and see what comes up next. So
I'm sure the
here we
media
go.
won't assault us at all.
I am
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
They're just gonna let us walk right on past. Yeah.
Well,
I was
go ahead.
gonna say, all things considered, like, being that we were whatever the opposite of the bell at the ball is, we were that. Like,
The
they did.
underdogs.
The media did not care for us, and like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be here, basically. So for us to finish third is like, honestly, a huge win. It's kind of a fu, yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I will say, and let me put on some music here, Emily, so
Sure.
you can fade out whatever you got
Thank you,
going.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, that's what I appreciate about you.
Aw,
I mean,
you
that's
know.
one of like at least 23
Is that
things.
what you appreciate about
I
him?
mean, it's one of them. Of all the things,
One of them.
that's at least
One
one.
of all.
One of the things of all time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I will say when you arrive, like everybody arrives back in the hangar roughly about the same time, and you're all disembarking from your racing ships and everything, you do see that Sandoval is already there. If you remember, they had some sort of malfunction on their ship and actually went totally dead in the water during the race. Yeah. And they're back, and you notice that the whole team isn't there, and that the Yosoki, one of the Yosoki members of their team, is not with them. And they all look pretty upset, understandably so. And in fact, when they see you, they scowl at all of you guys as you disembark off the ship. And they're talking to Chatty Abby at the moment. However, as soon as, before you can do anything like that, awesome Ace Averin comes up to you and she says,
well, that was quite the race. It looks like Redshift Revolution is a team to watch out for, even without Penvo, eh? Tell me, how did you do it?
Pure skill, just being good at our fucking job.
Yes, you're quite the racer yourself, aren't you?
Yep. Mechanically, yes.
Mechanically, yes. Sharp eyes, sharp mind. It's just all it is teamwork. It's all about team.
I will say it must have been quite disappointing there at the very end to have the
what's their team name?
The assholes.
Well, they're just racing
Multiple.
like you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Terminator was like way ahead.
Sorry, Terminator would have had you guys smoked.
Yeah, you guys were doing so good, and then there was that brief little problem there around the King's Casper, and I think that might have cost you second place. How does it feel to just be edged out by Multifold Industries?
I don't love your phrasing there.
Apologies, I meant no disrespect.
Obviously, it doesn't feel good to drop a position. However, I was as mad as anybody could possibly be about losing that position, but I've had a little bit of time to cool my head. And all things considered, being that a lot of people think we shouldn't even be here, third place, pretty good to start with.
I'd say so. All of our viewers at home, I think that you're getting a little bit of a following. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you either before or after the next race.
All right,
thanks for your time.
You take care.
All right, great. Thanks for answering the questions.
Yep, you're a real one, Ace.
That's what they tell me.
And the Jeff Bubden just bounces off on one leg,
funny.
like Pogo's
Just
out.
love them little bobbins.
And then bobbins, baby.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. Everybody's kind of just dealing with, you see the media kind of talking to random teams, but Ace was the one that came to you.
Okay.
Of course, Terminator takes their time getting off the ship, so when they get off the ship, all of the media rushes over to them.
Well,
Yeah.
flies swarm to shit.
Right, exactly. I feel like there's 4 simultaneous massive eye rolls. Like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Also, then the Velthane comes over to you and says, "Listen, I know you just got done with the race, but I told you that I would investigate, and whenever you have time to collect yourselves, I can meet you in your quarters and let you know what I've found out, though I will say that it's not much. You also have a few messages that have been screened, of course, by the race officials to make sure that there's no chance of cheating. One from from Selcora, and one from Cheetos, actually.
What? Hey, what did you say, Cheetos?
But yes, please, get cleaned up, or whenever you're ready, I'd be happy to talk to you. And we, there's a bottle of complimentary champagne in your room for the troubles. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
And then
I was gonna say, Chael just like kind of goes over to Bricka and just like elbows in the shoulder, and it's just like, you hear that? Cheetos, man. Cheetos taking notice.
I'm quite as excited as you are. But the free champagne, like, isn't all the alcohol free here?
yeah,
should have courtesy.
there's some sparkling grape juice if you want it. But there's Uta then rolls over to you and says, "So you have reports of potential sabotage on your ship?"
Is our navigational systems. Then they can provide all the technical details if that is
Yes,
something that makes sense to you.
And-
but,
This is quite the accusation. Do you have any proof?
Right. I did such a quick job fixing it that we did take pictures of every step of the process to document it.
Mm-hmm.
We were very thorough.
Did we mention the other team that we talked to that they were like, oh yeah, we had some shenanigans? Or did they not have? Did
they
they,
didn't
not?
have- they-
okay,
they did
okay,
not,
sorry.
yeah.
No,
sorry.
that you mean Hivonics?
Hivonics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we gave them a heads up, and they were like,
Gotcha.
"Seems fine over here."
Yeah, they spent like a half hour looking for shenanigans. if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yes, well, I mean, the thing is that we did review the security footage, and we saw no one, but our janitor anywhere near anybody's ship that wasn't their own. So this is unfortunate, and we will certainly keep our eyes out. But I must warn you that putting out accusations could cause more trouble for you than it's worth. That's not to say that we don't want to make sure that everything is on the up and up here, but sometimes things just break on ships. And well, as I said, I reviewed the security footage myself, and I saw no one messing with your ship or any others.
But whenever he says janitor, Chael just like Chael. I feel like the thing that Chael and I have in common, right? Which is why I'm wearing sunglasses every episode this time, is I have a very expressive face. Like, I'm not very good at hiding how I'm feeling, and I don't think Chael is either. So as soon as the janitor thing is mentioned, you like all of you get a hard look from Chael, like, that son of a bitch, like we're gonna have to have words with the janitor.
Uta, out of curiosity, have you spoken to, the person who
The
plays my
Sandoval
character?
team?
Yeah,
Those
Sandoval.
guys?
Thank you. Have you spoken to Sandoval yet? Have you got any details on their situation?
Yeah, seems like another mysterious case of parts just randomly going bad.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems that they had a complete loss of power in their starship, and Tips was electrocuted trying to fix it, and is actually in the infirmary now. Again, these things happen. This is a dangerous sport, and I couldn't find anything specific, although they seem to think that it was sabotage too, although they seem to think that it was you that did it. But I, of course, told them that that's ridiculous, as you reported sabotage of your own ship. It's all just becoming such a mess here, and I just, well, and like he starts rolling around just like in full panic,
Well,
It does seem like that's happening quite a bit more often, though. If you think about, we reported it. Someone else seemed to think they had sabotage on their ship. They would have been a front runner, would they not? And if you go back to just the cycle race instead, there was also, we reported sabotage there.
Yes,
Seems
that
quite
matter was
frequent.
resolved. That it was one of the hired mechanics that did this. And well, there's really nothing more to it than that as far as that goes. I am worried. I understand where you're coming from, but without
hard evidence and well, this, none of us here are detectives. None of us here are the stewards. This is highly irregular.
You know,
I-
Uta, we hear you. All right, it is. Yeah, I agree. It is highly irregular, and we don't love it. So we're gonna keep our eyes extra peeled, and if we come on anything that seems not completely above board, we're gonna get as much hard evidence as we can, because we don't want to be giving you any kind of like runaround, right? Or roll around, pardon,
yes.
you know.
Well, the thing is,
He liked that one.
the thing is that it's just that. Well, I have a lot to manage here. There's 13 teams, and of course, all of you think that the other ones are cheating. This is how it goes, I guess. I would just ask that you focus on your ship and your races, and if you do find hard concrete evidence, of course you can present it, but honestly, it doesn't look like that there's actually any sabotage happening.
Well,
Okay, but like the hard evidence of the sabotage that we documented doesn't look like what?
It just looks like a malfunctioning navigational panel. As I said, I saw no one tampering with your starship. We ran through the security footage, looked very hard. I mean, I take these things very seriously, but
It's quite easy to fool a camera
listen, I
system.
understand, but you, as I said, you are not a steward, and
You don't
nor
have to be a steward to see that something's going wrong here, and you're not doing enough.
Hey,
You
leave it alone. Look,
you know what I
we'll
think?
talk in a little bit. Leave it alone.
We hear you. We hear you. We understand. We're going to keep an eye out on our business, and we'll let you know if there's anything substantial that we actually find, any irregularities. But otherwise, we hear you. Understood? Best of luck managing the teams. We're going to do
Yes.
us. You do you. Everything's going to be great. Because obviously we're not getting any help from this.
Rick's just like
Right.
grumbling. He's like, but
Yeah.
nobody on our team gets electrocuted because you're not
Yeah.
doing your
Shale has a hand on Bricko's arm and it's just like, as he's grumbling, just like squeezing, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I feel you and I empathize with you, but like, chill out. As you can see, the like anger mounting in Shale's overly expressive eyes.
As Uta, I assume, rolls away, he's just gonna be like, we should hire the APA to come in here and sort this whole situation out. We should just figure this shit.
I think they're kind of pricey these days. Hey, but maybe we could get a sponsorship from the APA, and that would match. It'd go well with our Cheetos potential Cheetos
Obviously,
sponsorship.
yeah.
They both do the orange and black thing.
Heard?
you know?
Yeah. You know.
Go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I hear there's a cat on their team.
Mascot
Also like the Cheetos.
built in.
Right there.
There it is.
And as jovial as that bit is, Chill goes right back to like, no, this is bullshit. But are we still surrounded by people? Like, what is the situation before I like start talking to my party candidly?
Yeah, you guys are still in the hangar, right? So Uta did like come right up to you to try to resolve it, but from Uta's perspective, and I know it's frustrating, Griffin, and I was actually talking about this a little bit before, is that like it seems so obvious to you guys as players what's going on.
Oh,
you know
I
what
know
mean?
you're not going to give us any help, Adam. I'm just
No.
role playing my character.
And you're doing great. But like, Uta just is not prepared to put any other team on trial without like
A
being
very
100,
good reason.
1,000% certain of it,
Well, but-
especially
Video of them doing the sabotaging, basically.
Yeah, when you've got to like, I wanted to bring this up earlier. Like, since we talked about it a little bit prior to the show, I really do feel for you, Adam, in that like you have to present this, and it is so like to us, it's antagonistic. It's like, no, you're just trying to screw us. You
It's
know?
like, nope,
And
just
it's
doing
like,
my job.
well, but you gotta, if you take the people involved with the organization who are not allied to, any sort of bias to our teams or any other teams, allegedly, like it's hard. It would be a hard thing for Adam to roleplay without coming off as a douchebag, no matter what he does. And like that's a rough thing to do. But also, like, the perspective of the characters, like, who are having to deal with our accusations at other teams' accusations, is like, not only do they have all these, this like tribalism from each team and like assuming everybody else is out to get them, but on top of that, like, there's a lot of like corporate stake in this as well. So like, it's not just pissing off like 5 racers, it's pissing off the companies that are associated with them. And that's a big deal. That's big stuff. They can make your life very difficult.
Hey, if Uda can't handle the stress, they shouldn't take this job.
I mean, that's a conversation for another day, I think.
I think I know a project manager who could run this way
Yeah,
better
right.
than Uta.
I know, yeah.
Just
Like,
saying.
Go ahead.
I have a
Titanium
real quick
Mike.
question while what is the situation with our ship? Do we not have cameras on our ship? Like,
No.
I can see why.
We
as
will in a minute.
I was just gonna say,
We're about
we're
to.
about to rectify that particular situation. Go
Yeah.
on. Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So what's the situation we're in currently? Like,
You're
are
still
we
in the hangar.
Still in the
Still in the
hangar,
hangar.
but
Yeah.
like, how many? Like, is
And
there still
everybody's
media
starting to-
around?
the media is talking to some teams, but a lot, like, at this point, it's starting to disperse as people are heading back into the paddock. I will say, Chatty Abby comes up to you
Oh, God.
and says,
Jinx.
I'm a head out. All right.
That's probably
Quite tired and have things
It
to
says-
do.
she
Sorry,
says-
Abby.
"Listen, I feel like that I haven't given you the proper chance to present yourselves. How would you like to do an exclusive interview with me tomorrow in the media room? Tell your side of the story."
All right.
I think that would be lovely. We
Yeah.
look forward to
Great.
the opportunity.
That
No,
sounds
I don't reckon.
fantastic.
Shout.
Yeah, so I would love it if all 4 of you came. Let's say 11 o'clock tomorrow in the media room.
Oh, yes.
That's,
Brico,
Wonderful.
Brico, do we have anything else on our
Yeah,
calendars?
what's the
And
schedule?
I'm sorry. To,
Don't
have my
let me
PDA out.
check. Boop, 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 boop. No, I guess we're free.
okay.
I guess we're free.
So sad.
Yes, so I'll see you then. Congratulations on your 3rd place win. See you tomorrow.
Not what a win is.
And then she walks off, kind of flips her hair and
Yeah.
walks off.
Can
So
can
you
I?
all know
can,
that is a trap, right?
Oh
That you
yes,
signed up
absolutely.
for?
Well,
Can
the
I roll
whole-
a Rita Skeeter check? Is that a
Hey,
thing?
as she walks off, could we do just kind of a sense motive? Like, I mean, obviously,
Sure.
like, oh, hey, you know what? I should probably
Yeah.
pull up my
Character
character sheet.
sheet. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
you've been crushing it without that guideline, Like, you've really been playing that character.
I mean,
I got a 25 on sense motive.
Nice.
Oh,
Beat me.
I forgot what character I was playing. I ain't got no fucking sense motive.
No,
I
you
got-
don't.
Oh, well, I got a 10. Okay.
You got a 10?
Okay.
You gonna aid? No.
No aids
Yeah,
on sense
no aids on
motives.
sense motive.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother. I feel like Chael has already walked off.
I
just
think
Yeah.
to
an
avoid
As
attempt
soon as
was
she
made.
walked up, yeah.
situation. Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to do now?
Yeah.
All right. Quietly, I would like to kind of. Seems like we're not bombarded anymore now that Chatty Abby is gone, and Chael kind of turns to the guys and is like, "Hey, huddle up, just so we can, have our backs to everyone else." And he,
I put my wings around everyone.
perfect. I love you. Are the best huddler. You really are.
I floof my tail up to cover the gap between the
There you
wings.
go.
There
Look
we
at
go.
us. We're like a huddle house.
Sorry, you gotta snort.
but less trashy. Well, y'all at least. But he does get everybody to like huddle up, and he's like, "All right, I'm trying to exercise a certain amount of self-restraint right here. That said, once we can get out of the limelight, I want to go talk to Sandoval and see what they're saying. They are under the impression that we sabotaged them.
Yes.
Like, we've been the most straight up of anybody here, except for getting offered to do some shady stuff, but we didn't even do it.
We didn't even do it. We're
No,
top notch.
The thing might be that we didn't really have much of an opportunity to introduce ourselves to them. We're kind of the dark horse here and the automatic suspect.
I really wanted to, and that hurts my feelings a little bit that apparently they think that we're sabotaging them because, like, if we just had more time in universe in the episode, I just call our Hangouts episodes sometimes. I would have gone and talked to them and just seen, tried to put, get out of Olive Branch and see if we're on the same level. So I feel like they're. Can I ask this? Can I interrupt myself and ask this? From what we know of Sandoval, like, are they known to be like untrustworthy? Like,
No.
Okay.
I got a question.
I feel like they're on the up and up.
Big dealer. Yeah.
They're just like, they're like a top competitor,
Yeah, I literally think it's the Spider-Man meme with the top 5 companies just
Yep.
pointing at each other right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's literally all Terminator and that father-daughter.
Mhm.
Those are the real bad guys.
They are.
We don't know that.
I feel that in my bones.
Sneaking suspicionings. Those are words. You interrupted yourself. Was that all you had to
Yeah, so I interrupted myself to find out, do we have any reputation-based stuff for Sandoval being like shady, whatever? We don't.
No.
So it just furthers his point. He's like, yeah, I want to go and have a conversation. They might be a little hostile towards us at first if they're under the impression that we are sabotaging them. But if we share our situation of we think we've been sabotaged too, then that might be a very good ally to have, not only in terms of they're a very serious competitor, but also they're not Team Terminator. And anybody who's not Team Terminator, I will ally with to take down Team Terminator personally.
Dr. Patel, I thought crosses
Except Elon
my
Musk.
mind. They did have a member of their crew injured. And
Yes.
we did see the maybe shoddy quality of the in-house medic.
Yes.
Maybe it could be like an olive branch if you were to step in and see what you could do to aid in their recovery.
I was thinking this, yes. I do want to be careful because, of course, if they think that we are suspicious characters, then they are not going to let me anywhere near their injured friend.
Well, we're going to have to do some talking first.
But yes, if we have a good conversation with them, then I am, of course, going to offer all of my medical expertise in helping to assist their recovery.
So all this is happening in the hangar.
I figured we
huddle.
moved off to the side and we're in our little huddle, like.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
yeah.
like huddled up. We're not like next to somebody's microphone,
Well, yeah, I mean, you do have the 2 messages and then the option to talk to Verthane whenever you want to. But so basically the huddle is like, hey, we got to try to make peace with Sandoval.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And as
Well, and further the mystery, the sort of investigation we're doing, Sandoval might be able to help.
Yeah.
Mhm.
also
I mean, honestly, if they had sabotage and we have sabotage, we might be able to use them off of each other to kind of see like, hey, is there anything similar between these
Yes.
two things?
Yep.
That would be like a calling card.
Yeah. Also kind of before we go, I would like for this to be we're going to go talk to Velveteen and the Noir.
Valentina?
Belthane.
That one.
Okay. I was like, I'm so confused.
We're going to go talk to the Velveteen Rabbit.
The Velveteen Noir.
Velveteen Noir.
And we're going to go talk to Sandoval. And then before the end of the night, or whenever, at some point before we go in for our 11 o'clock with Chatty Gabby,
Abby.
I have bad name recall. I want us to do like a little like PR prep, like a little let's chat about what we're going to actually say in front of this hateful, heinous creature that calls themselves a reporter.
Who is like
Actively.
all about
out for us.
Terminators.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
but that they in all the reporting you've ever read about them, they blog very positively about Terminator and particularly Russell. You know.
Yeah.
Got a big old. Never mind. Favoritism.
Okay, so to your room, right? And let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
talk
Get
about the
cleaned up.
message. Let's talk about the messages first while you guys are getting cleaned up, right?
Yeah.
So the first message which one do you want to open up first? You got you got a message from Cheetos, and you got a message from Sakura.
Let's do
Good
the
news first.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
What's that? Cheetos.
Cheetos.
First.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
Okay, so the Cheetos message is a very official
Love it.
message.
Oh no.
It's got
cease and desist.
the Cheetos.
Yeah, y'all
letterhead.
stop. You keep the Cheetos
letterhead.
name out your motherfucking mouth.
No, listen. They want you guys. They want to sponsor your team, and they want to film a commercial with you guys on the pit stop. They're going to come to the pit stop and shoot a commercial with you guys, and they're going to pay you a lot of money.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like 10,000 credits.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Making that Cheetos money.
Yeah, so it's all like listed out. They don't say specifically like what the commercial is going to be. They just say, "Hey, we're going to do a commercial. We want everybody in it, and we want to sponsor you." And you're also going to get a bulk supply of Cheetos
Yeah,
sent to
okay.
you.
We're
Nice.
rolling in cheddar.
Fake, very fake cheddar.
So
Oh, man.
they are going to come 2 days from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
To you if you accept it, which I'm sure you will.
Hell yeah.
So 2 days from now, they're going to come and film a commercial with the four of you. The other message is from Selcora, which is your benefactor and the one who put you guys together, that you work for as a team for the Brain Trust to develop the X66. And the message that she sends basically says that she's been talking to Velthane, and that her and Velthane go back, like they're old friends. And she mentions that only Velthane has seen this message. She made sure that Velthane was the one reviewing it, and then goes on to say that Velthane has told her that you guys are openly investigating other teams, and she asked that you keep your investigations under wraps because she thinks that she has a really strong suspicion that the Terminators will go to very high lengths to win this race, and she wants you guys to catch them in a very severe infraction. Not just like minor things. Like she believes that they would go in so far as like lethal measures to win.
Obviously.
Wait till they kill you before you report.
Well, no, I get what she's saying. Yes.
Yeah, she's saying like, wait, there's a bigger trap to spring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like keep investigating. She definitely is like
gather
keep investigating.
the intel, but don't act on it.
She's like the more that you make it known, the more opportunities they have to thwart your investigation. You know, and she just knows that the Terminators are savvy and will try everything they can to outsmart you and pin things on you. So try to be mindful of that, and also to remember that the race is the most important thing. It's really important to the company of Redshift that you guys win this race, and a big part of that is like defeating the Terminator, like with your ship, like showing that your ship is better than Terminator, rather than just getting them disqualified. She wants you guys to win
honorably. Yeah.
Well, she wants the Terminator to be in the race so that you can beat them in the race. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, and I would imagine, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but like just along that vibe as well, on top of like we want them to be in the race. We want you to like fair and square beat the top competitors, whatever. But it's like there's probably an undertone, I would think, of like also maybe just don't fucking embarrass this company and get yourselves disqualified.
Mhm.
You know?
It could be two things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
See that.
Yeah, so those are the two messages that you get. Do you guys want to talk amongst yourself about them, or is that all pretty self-explanatory?
Cheetos, man. Got it.
And did they say when this was going to occur? Because we need to run this
What?
by our projects manager when they're going to come for the commercial.
2 days.
2
For
days.
Cheetos?
Okay.
Yeah, 2 days.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know, you guys are talking about this, and I imagine you will also want to check in with Velthane sooner than later. You know, that was definitely something you guys were interested in,
Yep.
and so you know, you put out the in-house like message to Velthane.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. And a few minutes later, Velthane comes to your door, knocks on your door.
All right, I'm gonna take a shower.
Is the champagne already there, or did he bring?
Yeah,
it?
it was there.
It's already there.
It was waiting on you guys. So maybe you guys popped that
Offer.
open when you toasted
Yes.
the
Hey, it's Velthane! Woo!
yeah. So you open the door and Velthane
Right,
says, yes. So would you like a debriefing of what I've found out?
Will be
Yes,
greatly
that-
appreciated.
Yes, okay, wonderful. So I did talk to Techie, and she did confirm that she had a bit of an altercation with both Russell and with Elon. This is what I'm going to
Orvis.
call
Orvis.
Orvis.
That's
Yeah,
his name now.
Orvis.
We're
Yeah,
gonna get so many cease and desists.
yeah. Yeah, we're going to get kicked off Twitter.
God.
So like.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, with Orvis, and she said though that it was just the typical things that happen when somebody's had too much to drink. He was asking for more, and he had already been cut off at the bar, and he was trying to bribe her to get another bottle, and she was trying to tell him that was not. She couldn't do that even if she wanted to, that she was part of the cleaning staff and had no access to the pantry and the liquor cabinet. She said that she was fine. I could tell she was a bit shaken, but she also is a professional and has definitely dealt with racers before that have partied a little too much, particularly on the first night. That tends to happen. I thank you for bringing it to my attention. She surely probably wouldn't have. So it's good to know. I care for all my staff, and I want to make sure that nobody is, abusing or harassing my staff. But I hope that this is to your satisfaction. We will continue to keep an eye on all of the racers to make sure that nobody steps out of line in that regard. But I think that everything is quite all right when it comes to Techie. If you would like to talk to her, she said she would make herself available to you later this evening. But if not, she passes on her gratitude for caring about her and for interjecting so she could get back to work. Is there anything else that I can do for you? Did you get the champagne?
Well, we did.
And would offer
Delicious.
a glass. Like.
Oh,
"Here,
I'm sorry.
get
I'm
ready."
I'm on duty. I
Apologies.
appreciate it though. That is for you. I mean, there's 4 of you in one bottle, so you
Well,
know.
thank you so much. You're a kind host. And I just want to say, this is just my opinion, and I would not like to make any uncouth allegations. But if that was a case of bribery, it was real fucking aggressive. So maybe keep your eyes peeled. Anyways, I'm going to take a shower. We'll see you.
Yes, as I said, thank you for bringing this to my attention.
And thank you for following up with us. I really do appreciate it, Valthane. It helps us just. We just want to make sure that the people we're working with are taken care of, and you're doing a good job with your staff. So
Thank you, of course, and I understand where you were coming from. I apologize if I myself came off uncaring. I was just a bit uncertain about what it was that you wanted to do as going forward, but I think that after speaking with Techie, I can understand why you were concerned, and but I feel like she is fine. She said she was, and she's reporting to work as usual. You know, it's
All right.
So we talked to both Russell and Orvis.
sort of. I mean, you
As-
guys
They more
exchanged
yelled at
words.
us.
I remember having to like do a deception with them and having, part of a conversation. So did we get the impression they were like hammered drunk?
We got the impression they were assholes,
We had
but
the impression they were assholes, certainly. But I mean, we have a doctor among us. We have several
Yeah,
intelligent people. Were they like slurring and
They were not slurring, although you certainly would think that they had been drinking, but in the heat of the moment, when you guys came in and kind of interjected with them, adrenaline starts flowing, and it became a heated exchange. So they weren't fall down drunk.
Mhm.
And it does seem weird that they would be cut off given their, what you saw physically, but you don't know how long it had been either, and unfortunately this is the result of him, and as I said, you can talk to Techie yourself, but
right. I'm kind of thinking to myself, do we think that story is sus and we should talk to Techie?
I would like to talk to Techie regardless. Just, if nothing other than to just sort of touch base and be like, hey, glad you're doing all right. And then maybe schmooze into what actually happened. Because, again, oh my God, who is our benefactor? Selcora. She vouches for Velthane.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing his job. I don't think he's giving us the runaround. I think, if anything, Techie was, like, too scared to tell the truth. Like he said, she wouldn't have told him what happened. That's not something, like, that she would normally say. So I would like to talk to her if we get the opportunity. The end.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Adam, how likely is it that Doc's going to remember what Jason has in his notes from that session? Is it pretty good, or kind of a 50-50 shot? Because what I'm remembering looking back is that we walked around the corner as Russell was saying, why don't you just take it and do the thing I'm asking you to do? So that could be, take this money and get me more booze because we want to keep partying, or some other thing. And Techie saying, just let me go back to work. And then Russell, if it isn't Redshift, and Chael, if it isn't the cheating dickhole. Right there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Kind of how it went. Yeah.
Now black and white.
Right,
Yeah,
right
I'd say there's 100% chance of Dr. Patel recalling that.
Yeah.
I feel like the doctor takes a journal. Like you keep a journal. Like,
yeah.
I just see that.
Yeah. So in character, you'd probably say something like, it is, I didn't think to assess their intoxication levels as I was there. I probably could have gotten a reading if I had taken a moment to do so. But it is possible.
You mean you didn't breathalyze him right then and there?
That is one way to put how we do it. It's a little more invasive, but it helps if they consent.
It sure took Russell a long time to get into his room, though.
It did.
Strange that.
It's weird. It's crazy.
Wonderful thing.
Don't know how that happened.
Yes. I will note that Ishe, maybe this is best as a one-on-one or two-on-one kind of conversation. I don't want to give this this small cleaning staff worker the perception of being ganged up on. So if you would like to
Absolutely.
talk to a techie, by all means, go ahead.
I figured me and Brico could, take a stab. Well, stab sounds very aggressive. Have a chat.
Please don't stab.
I see opposite direction of what we're trying to go for. So no, we will not be stabbing. We'll piss between our legs like regular, respectable racists.
Don't do that either.
No.
That's kind of
going
aggressive.
to get it. It's just the vest that didn't really understand. Okay, it's most other people understand where we're going.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
just a
feel like
common-
I
yeah,
understand
this is not
the
canon.
PM
You're not
between
going
the
to
legs
canonize
thing.
that. That's a normal thing.
It's not.
You're not going to do
Okay,
that.
might-
guys.
I know
It
I'm
might
the
not be a
only
thing in the core
non-furry
rulebook,
in the
but it's
party, but I
definitely an
feel like
alien
I'm
archive
not
one.
the weirdo.
Is this just us? Are we the only ones peeing betwixt people's legs?
All right, so let's fast forward to the conversation with Techie. So it's going to be Chael and Ishay, right? Because that happens at this night. If you want it to.
Ishay and Brico.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
Ishay
not
and
going.
Brico. Yeah, sorry, Ishay and Brico.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find her cleaning in the lounge, which is where Beltane told you she would be that evening. Now it's pretty late at this point. It's like 11 o'clock when she's cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a good bit of Captain Cutter's team passed out, sprawled out on the couch in front of the TV. And she's trying to clean around them, like really delicately without waking them up. Yeah.
Faces.
Oh God.
Unplug the TV.
Oh my God. Are they
I
asleep?
mean, they're passed out.
Okay.
They're you can see a couple empty bottles at their table. They're passed out.
How many people just warned us? Just don't do anything with the other teams.
Just be
and
cool.
first thing is like,
Just don't
You know what I am going to do
anything.
though? The next time they're drunk and partying, I'm going to touch one of them and I'm going to use lesser restoration to make them not drunk.
Well, that's just helpful. Yeah.
All right, so you see Techie there.
we get to start all over.
And-
Yeah.
Do you want to call her or I don't want to go over there next to them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying for them to overhear our conversation.
Oh, the drunks?
Yeah.
Um,
Can we be on the other side of the lounge?
I mean, I can cast a telepathic message to her, just like, hey,
Yeah.
I mean, you could just don't overthink it, guys. If you want to take her away, I'm just telling you that's where
Yep.
she is.
Yeah.
Like for the comedy of the scene, not
Okay.
to screw you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, oops, all sabotage. Okay, that's
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying.
sabotage. We're getting sabotage left and right.
Left
You
and
gotta
right.
I
understand.
know. What else do I have to do to tell you to just dial down the sabotage things for a little bit? You know what I
Stop
mean?
the sabotage.
Okay, I'm just, if we're being honest.
You've
I haven't
to be
sabotaged you
fair,
one time this episode.
You've been telling us to quit reporting the sabotage,
yeah.
Right, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
which feels
report
even
on this.
more sketchy.
So as we walk in and we see this, we're like, oh, excuse me, Miss Techie, I believe. Is it? Yeah?
Yeah. Hi. Yes, it's Techie. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Could I borrow you for just a second? I just had a quick question. I know you're
sure.
cleaning up,
Oh,
but just
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, how can I help you?
and Isha would kind of walk away from the group just so that we can have a little more private conversation.
I'm gonna pop a token spell and clean the table
Boom.
she was working on.
I mean, thanks, but that's my job.
That's okay. We're taking some of your time. I thought they might help.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes. We just wanted to. By the way, sorry. Hi, my name is Isha.
I'm
Oh,
Rico.
okay. I know who you guys are. You guys are the ones that talked to my boss about that silly little thing that happened the other night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I really do. But well, anyways, thank you.
I mean, we weren't trying to pull attention or anything to you. We just wanted to make sure you were all right because we know that those two guys can be, well, I'll be honest, a bit dicks.
Yeah, I mean, people get too excited and they get a little drunk and they wanted more than they should have, and I can't even get it for him anyway, and so he was trying to give me money to do it, and I was just a little freaked out, and they were a lot bigger than me, and I was just trying to do my job, and well, I appreciate you guys just stepping in. but it happens. It happens.
Yeah, they're the kind of type of guys that think money can solve any of their desires or issues.
Yeah, I mean, goblins don't even really like money. We just like things, like little trinkets and stuff. That's neither here nor there. But the thing is I like my job, and I don't want to get fired for taking a bribe. We're not supposed to take tips. We get paid well here, and as I said, I couldn't even get any more even if I wanted to, but it just wouldn't. They just wouldn't take no for an answer. They kept trying to just throw money at me, well, believe it or not, I'm a space goblin who can't be bought.
I love her and I want to put her in my pocket.
She has a pink bow on her head too.
Yeah, she has a little pink
So
bow.
great.
But all that sweetness aside, Ishay would give like the quickest look over to Brico. Like, can you get a vibe off of her? Because I got nothing in sense motive. I think you are our charisma
Try
character.
for a vibe.
Can we do a vibe check? I mean, I'll
Vibe
roll
check,
just
vibe
for
check.
shits and
Yeah, I
giggles.
can try
but-
for a vibe check. I'm not like great at them, but
No, that's a 4. No.
You have failed the vibe
I
check.
have, in fact.
it's only an 18 for me.
18. Yeah, I mean, I will say that you do get the sense that she's putting on a strong front, in the sense that it probably shook her up more than she's letting on. But outside of that, there's not much more you could tell. So, as it seems, it all lines up with the story, but there is that probably little tickle in the back of your brain, is that they just did not seem drunk enough to warrant being cut off. You know what I mean? But they had been drinking, and at this point, everybody is saying the same story, and it does connect to what you saw, so it's you really, any suspicions you have are just intuition rather than anything speaking to something being inaccurate.
Becky, do you get bribes often? Do people come up to you a lot of times while you're working?
Most people just ignore me.
Well, that's sad. You seem like a
Well-
lovely person.
Yeah, a lot of people don't trust space goblins, and well, it is what it is. But I can't say that this is the first time that somebody's tried to bribe me, but certainly the only time in this race, or in this version of the Absalom run, I usually am cleaning when most people are asleep. So
Don't have to deal
Yeah,
with most of
yeah.
the assholes. That's nice.
Yeah.
We only heard what we heard too. They didn't threaten your job, did they?
No.
Because I know you value it quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I do. As I said, they just kept trying to thrust cred sticks on me, and I kept telling them, just let me work, just let me do my job, just let me do it, just let me do it. I just want to clean.
Do you remember what color the cred stick was?
I don't. It was dark. I'm sorry.
What would I?
Did-
What would I
Did it
even?
look anything like this?
Maybe, yeah, kinda. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ishay's gonna try and shift just a little bit. What would I even asking you to buy? What kind of booze was that important? I had to force
It was weird that they were specifically asking for wine. Like, they were very adamant about it being expensive wine.
Do we know,
But-
based on the restaurant setup, is there a separate wine cellar? Is there I mean,
It-
okay. I just didn't know
yeah.
if I missed
Right.
that.
It just feels significant.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
A specific brand? I mean, I know those two. They drink like fish.
Specifically expensive.
Yeah, I want to ask the
Yeah.
boys if this has anything to do with the
Oh.
ritual type stuff.
Oh,
Nibala.
yeah, it has to be of a certain value.
Because I could see that being why they might get cut off if they were like at the restaurant, like, oh, we need to bathe in wine.
Yeah.
Something like, we need a shitload of wine.
It's got to specifically be apothic wine
Mhm.
for all your cult needs.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, looking for, like with rituals, like diamond dust or incense of a certain value.
right.
or
You have
something.
stuff that's like it
Yeah.
has to be that expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm as I said, thank you for your concern, and I really appreciate it. As I said, most people just like walk right past me, don't even see anything. And while I don't think that I was really in any danger, you never know when people have been drinking. So, thank you, but I really must get back to work. So,
Yeah.
is there anything else? Is your room tidy? Do you need you need a turn down or a little Andy's mint? I have one. And she like pulls out like a bag of Andy's mints. You want one?
Oh my god.
I'd take a mint, Techie. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Tech-
You want one too?
Everything else has been very, very good. The room has been quite clean. You're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, phenomenal. Hey, Techie, you know what? You give us a treat. Let me give you a treat. And Isha would pull out a bag of Cheetos. Kind of half. It's open, sort of half eaten, but she's like,
Open.
yeah. It's like,
But
listen.
you probably got 6 of those bags.
I mean,
you don't
yeah.
have to give her the open.
Okay. I'll
Well, you
get-
haven't got your
haven't
big bulk
gotten-
shipment
yeah,
yet.
I haven't got the
Well,
shipment
we've been
yet.
prepping for
Oh,
this
wait.
day.
Right.
I would give
yeah,
her some
it's-
Cheetos. And
It's just like, oh, Cheetos! I love Cheetos.
Isha would kind of like just kneel down just a little bit to be a little bit closer to her and just be like, listen, Techie, I know Kitsune get a bit of a bad rep too sometimes. People think we're all tricksters and whatnot, but we stick together. Listen, I know if those assholes give you any more trouble, you just let me know, alright? I'm not going to get you in trouble, but I want to look out for you, alright?
And like her eyes like get real big and well up a little bit. She says, "Can I give you a hug?"
Oh my god, yes! And like tail kind of comes around and like floofs around her a little bit.
Like she hugs you and then like kind of pulls back and like catches like, oh, okay, I gotta get back to work. Thanks,
Highly
thanks, guys.
unprofessional.
Yeah. It's like, but you can see that she's kind of checking herself a little bit, But then she's like, yeah, I gotta get back to work.
All right,
Thank-
the show has peaked.
Yep.
It's all downhill from here.
Goblin cuddles. What else do we need?
Let's fast forward to the next morning.
No.
Okay.
While that's going on, I'm sorry, I have to just detract for the bit. While that's going on, because it's only 2 members of the party that went and did that. Chael, was like, I'm gonna take a shower, probably gonna chill, whatever. And I feel like Chael takes a shower, does his skin routine, make sure his facial hair is pristine. And then kind of lounges, on the nice fluffy bed in his dormitory area, and he's feeling kind of wistful, a weird combination of irritated about the results of the race, prideful of doing as well as they did in the race, and wistful and nostalgic for the past, and is sending a "you up" text to his Ifrit first husband, just to like, it's obviously
It's
a
gotta
bad
be-
mistake.
It's
So you
gotta be.
can't. I mean, I
it's gotta
love
be
this,
vetted.
Heath, but you can't like just send direct out. You have to like send a message through the
Oh yeah, they have to
managers, 'cause
filter all our
it's
shit.
it's all
Yeah.
sealed off. Yeah.
I mean, he'll go through the effort, of like, it's not a strategy.
right, but like
okay.
you up like
That
that
was
implies that you're looking for an immediate
that
response.
was more just the
Loss.
vibe. It's really more sentimental than that. It's like, I was just thinking about you because of this race, and because of I feel like we're doing something good here. But then the thing about Chael is he's also horrible at relationships. So though it starts sentimentally and like probably is a good start, he also like includes the information that like we passed that place that me and you used to hang out and led to the gambling problem that I had. And I think that's why I slipped down from second to third, and it's like accidentally saying it's your fault.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
like
just
Wow.
classic Chael,
right.
Yeah.
God,
Okay.
love
All
it.
right. So let's see. You sent a message. What's his name?
I don't remember. I was literally going to ask
Andy.
Mose because I made it up on the fly.
No. It's Friedrich.
Oh, yeah.
Friedrich. That's right.
Yeah.
But just I was thinking about you, and then gets lost in his own thoughts of like, but because I was thinking of you, I fucking didn't win this race.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like Friedrich. I can only imagine Friedrich's Ifrit self like reading the note and like for just a second being like, oh man, like
And then
the wistful good old days, and then be like, you son of a bitch, don't blame me for this.
Right. All right. Now can I move forward?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had
That's
to
okay.
do it.
That's all right.
I had to
I
do
appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good. That's good. So the next morning, you guys want to do a little pre-huddle before you go into this interview. So let's do that. Let's do that.
Yep.
Okay, Ishe, how do we talk to a hostile reporter?
Jesus. I mean, we all know that this girl is not here for us. This is obviously a trap. It's trying to set us up, make us look bad in front of everybody. But if we don't do it, then we, refuse to comment, and that's a whole nother situation. So let's just keep any accusations to nil. We're not accusing anybody. We're not going to say anything. We're just going to keep everything as clean and clear as possible. And if she asks something that doesn't relate directly to the race, we'll just say, oh, well, we're interviewing for the race. I would love to answer any questions about that.
Yeah, so I can handle that part pretty well because I feel like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the phenomenal Marshawn Lynch interview series.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. And every time somebody asks him a question trying to pry into his performance or his life or whatever, it's like, thank you for your concern. Like I'm just here so I don't get fined. I thank you for asking that. I really do. That is Chael's vibe, because otherwise he will fuck up stuff for everybody.
And Ishe would look over at Brico. Do you have any other thoughts or suggestions?
What do you think? Like, we're relative unknowns. We came in. We work on vehicles, but we're not racers. It would stand to reason that even if we work for Redshift Rally, we might be fans of certain racers. What if we were to suck up to Terminator a little bit? She's a fan of Terminator. That kind of might take the heat off of us when we think about, a rivalry situation. If they go in thinking, oh, wow, the Redshift crew, they're like, some of them are big fans of Russell for years, watching him race.
I will say, just from a GM telling you, that would be very unbelievable because Redshift and Terminator are like bitter rivals.
Yeah, been
what I mean? Like,
vocally against each other.
I
think we could do that for other teams, other racers, like, comments on,
it's just
so and so inspires me or whatever. But
it's like a well-known rivalry, right? So this is like if this is maybe not a good analogy, but like the medical team for the Yankees is like, well, we're really fans of some players on the Mets, even though we work for the Yankees, like it's okay, but like,
yeah. You know who's really great, according to all of us Yankees med team, is the Atlanta Braves. We just love the Atlanta Braves.
I'm just saying we're not racers, so
yeah. No, I hear what I feel you and I get you, and I think if we wanted to, we could talk up some of the other racers. Like, we've had a chance to speak with so and so and such, and they seem like really competent racers, and we're happy to be a part of such an interesting and varied race. I think definitely talk up how happy we are to be here under the circumstances. We wish that
And
so
did you not in the first interview with her as well answer in a very like screw Terminator? They're the ones that are cheating, you know, like
Not all of us did that.
that was
though.
me. That was me.
It's just the hot.
I do honestly, to your point, I kind of like the about face. The like, hey, no, like let's be
Like,
fake
now that
as
we had a
fuck,
chance to
so
race
fake
with
that
them, wow, I
everyone
really
knows how
respect-
fake we're being.
You know, I really respect their, their ability. Like, we've never raced with them before, but like, wow, we really see what we're up against.
I don't want to go in with sarcasm, I want us to try and be.
Well, I don't know that like, I
Polite.
mean,
It's not sarcasm.
There's
I
no
feel
way
like
that
it's-
doesn't come off as
It's the
like,
same vibe as the like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. It's like we're just gonna talk them up because otherwise, no matter what we do, we're the bad guys.
I
You
think
know?
the less we talk about ourselves, the better.
I like the professional respect approach of that in a certain sense too, about just being like, look, we had some hard feelings coming in because of, our past with our companies, but we can work with
we're
Right,
all
right, right.
professionals
Yeah.
here. I think if
Professional
we're-
respect, and
we're
also like we're all new to racing, and so like, wow, wasn't it just a like a blessed experience to like?
It was
get to
just
do that?
exhilarating
It was
being
exhilarating
there.
to get to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
well,
I
we'll
can
see.
vibe with that.
We'll see how that
All right.
goes.
Yeah.
okay.
I love how ominous Adam is about it.
I don't love
y'all just go ahead and fuck yourself.
I don't love that at all. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no
Well,
way to
but-
anticipate. Like,
well, what
she's
do
gonna be
you
like,
mean?
So people think you're sabotaging the other ships. Yeah, what are we gonna say? There's no camera footage to say that, and like we didn't do it. So
Yeah, we can't just go on there and be like, well, we can't prove everybody else is trying to fuck us, but they are.
It's like,
Well, the thing
we
is,
just
you also have
reiterate
no
what
idea-
we've been told. We,
The thing is that you also don't know what she's going to
Yeah.
ask you. So if I can understand the basic thing that we got here is that Chael's going to just be like, I'm only here because I got to be, and however you manifest that, and that if there's an opportunity to like make peace with Terminator in a public way, that you're going to take that opportunity, right?
yeah, I
in
think-
a
I mean,
professional,
in a professional way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Professional.
not in a suck up way. Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get to the interview, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
This is gonna be totally fine.
Oh, hey, before we do that, it's a new day. Griff, do you need to
Yeah.
roll?
I guess I
Do you need
do.
to roll?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, as somebody who always plays with Adam, I literally never trust when he says it's going to be fine.
No, it's. I'll tell you, it's most of the time not true. It's not, in fact, going to be fine.
I don't think that's true.
He
but,
said, like a liar.
like a
Like a
liar.
liar.
This is day 4 now, right? Of
day
our-
4.
Day 4. Okay. Whoa, where'd we go? Oh yeah, the press room.
Yeah. Okay.
15, 14, 6, and 4. Pretty standard down the middle.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
not bad. All right. So you arrive. You arrive in the newsroom, in the media room, and you see Chatty Abby sitting there just looking smug as all get out. Let's see, which I might even have. Let's get her picture up there
Oh boy,
again. What do you say?
Do.
If I can
Do
find
it.
it.
I
All
believe in
right,
you.
all right.
All right,
It will be.
there we go.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you see her there just kind of smugly smiling at you. She says, sit. This is going to be wonderful.
I don't like her yellow eyes.
I
I
know.
feel like she's like a reptoid
Yeah, she's
or
a
whatever that
reptoid.
is.
She's almost certainly a reptoid.
That's a reptoid if I've ever seen one.
If you want to take a life science check,
I would like to
I
use
would
the
do
move
that.
action
Why
to
not?
get a 38 on a life science
All right,
check.
sure.
Ooh.
you can identify her as a sylph.
Oh,
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love the lore of those species.
Okay, so for those of us who are having brain farts, what that?
So a sylph is one of the so it's one of the many races that was specific to Dawn of Flame. They came out with Dawn of Flame and got completely overlooked because nobody paid attention to Dawn of Flame.
That's not true.
That's
Coming in
just
with
me
Dawn
being
of
bitter.
Flame,
No,
hot
but
take.
they're part they're descendants of the plane of air, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
like there's actually 5 different kinds of scions. What kind of scions?
Planar scions.
Planar scions, right? So Ifrits are plane of fire, Sylphs are planes of air, Oreads are plane of earth, and Undines are plane of water. So
Yeah.
she is a plane of air. Yeah.
She is accompanied by a male dragonkin who looks to be serving as a bodyguard of some sort. She says, "Sit. Are you ready to begin?"
Of course. Happy to be here. Thanks so much for having us.
Of course.
Is this are we on camera for this? Adam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Cool. Okay.
And she actually points to the camera. She says, just so you're all aware, this is being live broadcast. And I thought that this would be a great opportunity for the team of Redshift Revolution, unknown racers as you are, to give us a little bit of background of who you are. I have a few questions that I'd like to ask. So let us begin, shall we? First, we must talk about this last race and the unfortunate events that happened to your fellow racers of Sanjival. They were taken out of the rally. It's unfortunate indeed. My sources tell me that you discovered sabotage on your own ship. If this is the case, and you are certain that there is cheating going on, and that it does not come from you, why did you not warn everyone about the possible sabotage?
Well, Abby, as I'm sure your source told you, we found some inconsistencies on our ship, and we did report them to the authorities for the race. As of yet, nothing has been fully determined. There's nothing been ascertained as to what or exactly who may or may not have been involved. So we're not intending to spread any false information about that.
I see. So you would say that you maybe preemptively called this sabotage before it was sabotage.
We shared the information that we found, and that is what we did.
So you did speak to Team Hyvenix and the Spars about this. Again, I have to ask, why not tell everyone about it if you were concerned about the well-being of your fellow racers?
As you know, the race starts very quickly. We had a very small amount of time, and, those two teams were the first that popped to our minds. Sorry. We did the best that we could with the time that we have. Isn't that the way a race goes?
Yes, I must say that I find it interesting that the moment Sanjival passed you in the race was when their spaceship, their starship, malfunctioned. Interesting. Thoughts on that?
If I recall correctly, they, their ship did malfunction, and it went kind of through the. There was like an electrical field on the course. I'm not sure what evaluation has been done as to whether the course was at play with the issue, but that's around when we were kind of neck and neck there. So
yeah,
hopefully
I noticed that too. Interesting.
Yeah, but we can't really be held responsible for parts of the course.
Of course not. Of course not.
Don't have any prior knowledge of even where we're going to be racing.
Are you saying that the obstacles of this year's Absalom run are too difficult or unfair?
Well, obviously not for 12 other teams, but
again, interesting that when you were neck and neck, that's when their ship failed. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to speculate. Let's move on.
Wouldn't want to speculate.
So, Chael, you claim that the illustrious Penvo, who we all know and love and respect, is one of your closest friends. And yet, surely, there must be some resentment towards this pilot. I mean, you're a skilled pilot yourself, clearly. And yet you were playing second fiddle to Penvo. You designed the X-66, so why weren't you the pilot to begin with? Is it because of your reputation of instability, gambling debts, broken relationships? Certainly, you benefited the most from Penvo's accident, as you are now getting to pilot a ship on the packed world's most prestigious race.
I will say, you feel the slightest brush of Ishay's tail against your leg.
Penvo is one of the greatest people I've ever known in my life. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, well, what about the rest of you? Do you feel safe in trusting your lives with Chael, one who has a not great past and also, as I said, stood the most to gain at Penvo's being removed as the pilot?
I absolutely trust Chael, as he's a very competent pilot and doing what he can to step in the midst of a horrible tragedy to our very good friend, Penvo.
Dr.
Our very
Patel.
good friend. Yes.
Interesting that you would be so eager to trust your teammates. You call yourself a professional doctor and a pharmacologist. I wonder then,
Indeed.
how did you obtain your degree after your accident? The one that put a team member in a coma? Does the rest of your team know that your drugs are high risk and dangerous? Do the rest of you feel safe with Dr. Patel taking these so-called boosters?
Yes. So, that is a very interesting question about a very troubling part of my far, far ago past. And I would like to have a chance to talk about that further with my teammates, but it was known, I believe.
You have the time right now. Tell them about
No.
your past.
No, I
Surely
believe we are
they
here
deserve
talking
to
about
know.
the Absalom run at the moment. Yes.
I can already tell you, Doc, I don't mean to cut you off because...
No, that's fine.
I can tell you, I've taken plenty of the Doc's boosters, and they've helped me through extreme, terrifying moments when I needed just a little bit more. They've never given me any adverse side effects, and if anybody has before, well, that's in the past. The Doc's on our
Yeah.
team. He's a great person, and we trust him with our lives.
Yes, I would love to actually talk to the person that Dr. Patel had this unfortunate accident with, but they have gone missing and have not been seen for quite some time. I'll tell you, it only takes one bad drug to, the boosters might work 99 out of 100 times, but it only takes that one. But trust that's on you. So, Ishay,
Oh boy.
speaking of trust, isn't it true that you were once a member of an infamous crew of pirates? Furthermore, isn't it also true that the captain of this crew was your uncle? And did you or did you not join Redshift Revolution after your ship, the Besmara's Bounty, of course, attempted but failed to capture a Redshift ship? Are you here simply to execute revenge on the ship that got away? Is this why you're sabotaging your own team? What skills do you bring to Redshift Revolution? Why were you even on this brain trust to begin with? None of your skills seem to apply to designing a starship. Please, our viewers want to know.
Well, first off, Adam, I don't love that you're using my backstory against me, so fuck you. Well, first off, you can't choose your family. I mean, am I right? And she looks directly into the camera. Secondly, I was a part of family business. Again, that was my past. I didn't really have a whole lot of choice in that. As I said, you can't really choose those you're born into. And as far as the situation with Redshift, I see that as the greatest opportunity to change my life that ever came around. The only thing that I'm here to do is to ensure that my team stays as safe and sound as possible and to give the best possible support that I can. That's what my skill set is. I'm a supporting member of this amazing team and this fantastic crew. And I look forward to you seeing how well we work as a crew in the races ahead of us.
And you, Bricko,
Yes,
the self-proclaimed professional project manager.
of course.
How is it then that you have let this trusted team be filled with such unsavory and unqualified team members?
You say unqualified, but they are simply the best people for their jobs. They simply all can do exactly what the Brain Trust needed them to do to make a fantastic ship, to make a fantastic group. I've been working with them for 2 years. All of them. Fantastic people. If Redshift Revolution trusts them, I do too.
Perhaps you could shed some light on what purpose Ishe serves on this brain trust then, because as far as I can tell from my sources, she's nothing more than a glorified mercenary.
Ishe is the most level-headed and well-spoken of all of us. She takes a situation that could be stressful and dangerous and fixes it, makes it better for everyone else. Not everyone has as level a head as she does, and she does a great job using that to make the group better.
Well, thank you for
So good.
answering all these questions. I have one final question
Oh,
for
boy.
you. My sources also tell me that you've taken it upon yourself to investigate other teams. What gives you the right or the qualifications for this? Surely you must know, as the 13th team, all eyes are on you for any shenanigans or tomfoolery. Why start pointing fingers when it is your team that has somehow squeaked into this rally?
I think
Oh, not all at once.
I don't like to speak over my teammates. I wanted to give them an opportunity because we're all polite, well-spoken professionals here. And to answer your question, I think it's only nature to be aware of the people that you're in competition against. If you're not keeping an eye out for what's going on around you, well, you're not doing a very good job, are you? As a very respectable reporter would know. Always keep your ear to the ground, always look out for things going on around you. As far as investigation goes, I mean, that's all we've been doing. It's just seeing what the teams are doing, seeing what a competition is, and everything
What-
looks tip-top, yeah.
We're the only people that are brand new here. Many of these corporations have established groups. We're just trying to figure out our place in all of this too. If Pinvo were here, sure, there would be less investigation because he's an established racer. We're new, and we understand that, and we understand that we were the underdog team, that many people think that we're not supposed to be here. We're not trying to throw accusations, we're just trying to fit in.
Well, there you have it. A washed up pilot, an ex-pirate, an uncouth doctor, and a terrible project
Fuck you.
a terrible project manager has chosen to become investigators as well as racers. Two roles I'm not quite sure they're qualified for. Well, stay tuned as we see how they fare in the rest of the Absalom run. Thank you so much for answering our questions. Always a pleasure to talk to new teams. I hope you feel that, I hope that you feel that you've really shared some of yourself with our viewers. I know they're ecstatic to know more about you. Thank you. That will be all.
Delighted.
Can we just leave, like, immediately?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
If we don't, I'm
Yeah.
gonna choke.
Yeah, that's
that
it.
bitch. So-
It's like,
In fact,
Adam,
we're
that
gonna
was-
we're gonna use that as a breaking point.
God, I need to go get a fucking drink.
Look at washed up. Are you kidding? Like, I'm brand new, bitch.
Bitch!
That's out of character. That's all out of
Obviously, yes.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Oh,
Gonna take
man.
about a 10-minute break. Is that correct? When we come back?
Let's make it 5. And yeah, let's make it 5.
5.
We'll make it 7. We'll split the difference. And then when we come back, we're gonna do a Norse Foundry dice giveaway.
Boo.
Hey,
Okay.
which one are you giving me?
The washed up one.
All right.
Oh,
Washed up one. All
Jesus
right, cool.
Christ. All right.
You guys love me.
Be back in about
Dude.
5, y'all. All
Whatever
right.
you
Alright,
gotta
bye.
tell yourself.
And we're being.
Hey, we're
Hey.
back. We're back. We're back. It's
You guys got
also
drinks after that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just got some water.
I got a beer.
Took a shot.
um,
Took a lot to hold back on that.
Yeah.
I was so proud of you. I, Emily, and Ishay were proud of you.
Jason, I had difficulty taking notes during that. I actually was like, I'm not exactly sure what I want to put down.
This is harsh.
This is harsh.
I'm a bit shook.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, don't care for it. Okay?
not don't love it.
Don't
Don't
love
love
it. You know what I do love, though?
What's that?
Giveaways.
Well, hey, it's time to give away some dice
All
then.
right, what you
Do
giving
it.
me?
You nothing.
Oh, dang.
This is what we're given.
Ooh.
I don't know, I'm sure you got a picture up there too, Emily.
Well,
But these are the lycanthrope.
Ooh.
Lycanthrope silver is what we're giving away. So it's a boulder
Wow,
and a
that's
set. All right. So let me go ahead and roll this d20 and see who's going to win tonight. Okay. It looks like our winner is Bippy T.
Bippy!
The Bipster.
Congratulations,
The Bips.
Tristan.
I've been popping into Bippy's Twitch stream every now and then lately.
Nice.
He's
Nice.
got some fun stuff over there.
Nice.
Mr. Pop-Tart, if you're nasty.
Yeah, so we'll Bippy, we'll get those to you. We'll get those
And
to
so
you
please.
sooner than later. Congrats on the lycanthrope silver set win.
That's so cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Eric from Norse Foundry and Norse Foundry for supplying these dice to give away. Stay tuned. We got a few more sets to give away over the next couple weeks. How you guys feeling? You guys okay? After that, you guys
Nope.
still want to be my friend?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
give me a couple of days to process and then ask that question again. Like,
I know that I'm about to get Heath back on my side with the next thing that happens
okay.
pretty easily.
You already did the Cheetos sponsorship, so
No, it
our
gets even
friendship is
better.
done.
it's renewed.
It gets even better.
You give me a GM Goodwrench sponsorship.
So tell me what you want to do after that. You know, like, is there any fallout from that? You know, what do you want to do with your afternoon on
Drink,
the second day or this is first day?
drink, and/or gamble.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with the drinking.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can go to the restaurant if you want, and you
A
know,
little notification on your thing. Shots.
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 Meeting
yeah,
started.
Shots,
Meeting
shot,
started.
shot, shots.
yeah. And you see Phipps will greet you, the little Skittermander
Phipsel.
friend. Yeah, Phipsy. He says, "Oh, geez, hey guys, what's going on? How did your interview go?"
Can we get shots of the strongest beverage you have? That's how the interview went.
Yeah, Chatty can be kind of mean.
Look around for that. I was gonna say a blazing cunt. Yeah, she can. Oh no, mean. Yeah, that too. Yeah, for sure.
it could be. Yeah, mean. Okay, I get some shots, and yeah, it goes and gets some shots for you guys. Yeah, let me put on some music again.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, and so you guys are sitting around the table. Some shots come out. And it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong.
Good.
Strong stuff. Some Acatonian whiskey.
Okay.
Tony and whiskey. Okay. I have to looking around the room. Are there other teams in there? Like, are they doing the looking at us and laughing kind of a thing of having tuned into that interview? at all?
Look at these. Blech.
Look at this blend.
That's what they're saying. All right. The
So
nerve.
actually no,
Okay.
because you see Team Hyvenex in there is eating, and in fact they ask you to join them. It's not all of the team; it's just a few of them.
Sure.
there. Let's see. Who do we got there? We've got
Boom, boom, boom. Got
Kexel,
Hexel. Chick.
Chick. Yep. And which one was the mechanic? Yeah, Kisanaxa.
Kisanaxa. Yeah.
Yep. And then
These names are just.
yeah, Ixa.
They're beautiful.
I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
Kexel calls you over and says,
Oh, gosh, guys. That was kind of brutal. You want to come over and join us and eat?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, come on, Chael.
He's
Don't
been
let her
saying
get
that
to
on
you.
repeat since the interview. It's okay.
We know. Listen, Chatty tried to do similar things to us, didn't it, Kisa?
yes, I felt very uncomfortable. She asked me about my favorite color, and I said red. And then she told me I was talking too slow for the viewers at home, and I felt very sad.
Aw.
It's okay, Kisa. Yeah, don't let her get to you, and you guys don't let her get to you guys either. She's just clickbait trash.
Yeah, she's a real C word. It just reminds me of a couple of different adolescent wizard school novel characters. Look, guys, I feel like we have a relative rapport despite our terrible interview just now. All right, before I go any further, are we cool? Well,
Oh yeah, of course. As I said, it's drivel. It's all drivel. We all have things in our past, and it's just rude. It's just rude to bring those things up. I mean, okay, so you used to be a pirate. You're not a pirate now, right?
I didn't even bring up the fact that there's a whole fucking team of pirates already here.
they're
I mean,
like literally pirates, and it's fine.
I didn't
Right.
even throw that
Okay.
shade. I
She
mean,
doesn't want to interview
right.
them because they're quite scary, you know?
Right. Like it sucks. It sucks being on Media Blast, and you guys probably aren't used to it as this is your first race. But this is what they do. Okay, it's tabloid nonsense, and they'll make a story out of anything. Like you guys won, or well, you got third place.
Well,
You
we
beat
got
us.
third.
You
For
beat us.
13th place, that's a win. You know, I can't say that, but God damn it, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's fine. My point is she's digging in on you guys on this because she's got nothing else. She's got nothing else.
Well, I did literally as good as I could have.
you did great, Chael. I'm so fucking
Yeah,
proud
I mean,
of you.
you beat us. We
I didn't mean in
No,
the
no, I
race.
meant
I
the
meant in the interview.
Oh, okay. Right.
So look, can I ask y'all a question? And yes, I know despite, especially coming off the heels of the interview, this is going to feel sus, but I feel like y'all at least know that we're not, what's the opposite of the up and up? The down and down? We're not on the down and down.
Sure, that sounds right.
I know it's nonsense, whatever. I'm real irritated and drunk.
Already?
I drank before the interview.
He's a bit smaller than us too, you know. He goes.
Well, then you did great in the interview.
Yeah, thank you. So are y'all? Do y'all have any contact with Sandoval? We are kind of interested in having a conversation with Sandoval. It seems they've got some.
No, they've kind of been keeping to themselves since we got here, and even more so now. It seems as they just don't trust anyone. They have somebody posted up outside the infirmary, like at all times. One of them is there, guarding, I guess, their teammate because, well, I mean, let's be real. Their ship was tampered with. I believe you, by the way. I believe you. And thank you for telling us. Maybe you should have told Sandoval, but that's neither here nor there.
If the episode had gone longer.
You see, the way our episodes are set up is it takes about 3 days to transfer from. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we're eccentric. And we call our life experiences episodes just based on the relative situation of this chunk of things happened and this.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Anyways, we look. I can't speak for the rest of my crew, right? But I can speak for myself, and I've always had a boatload of respect for Sandoval. They're a fantastic racing team,
Indeed.
and I don't want them to be. I mean, obviously they're a competitor no matter what, but I don't want them to be an enemy, right? And we've gotten the impression that they suspect us in the tampering when we're the one putting out saying, hey, we got tampered with and we're trying to let other people know. Now, obviously, our episode was too short to let everybody know, which they didn't even
that's not entirely
address
true.
in the,
You
in
had
the
like
thing.
an hour in game time and then you actually did the
Yeah,
race.
but it's
So the whole
the
race happened.
face-to-face
And,
time, like
I feel
look,
like
God above knows
I
that
feel
we
like he
didn't
gave you an
actually
option to
have
talk to
time.
anybody that you wanted to. And you
Yeah,
guys
he said
specifically
he
talked to
basically
us and you
said
talked
you
to the
get 2 or
Spars
3
and, like,
of them, and that's about
no,
it. That's
I
how
don't think
God
that's what
works.
it. No, I don't think that's what it was. That's not how Hylax works.
But actually, it is kind of how it worked because we would have talked to the nice guys at the Shads as well.
Yeah, we would have
But,
talked to
we
everybody.
weren't-
Sandoval
didn't
was
have
my
enough
next
time.
choice. I'm just saying.
well,
we didn't have time.
I don't say
in
this all the
our
time.
If we were
episode.
putting everyone on the rankings,
Well, you know, it's
too,
a really good way to use time is to talk about the time that you didn't get.
Yeah. Well, sometimes God's sarcastic, and for that, I both appreciate him and despise him in equal measure. Because I'm talking to you, not.
Well, yes, but we're talking
a
kind of past the fourth
demonstrably
wall,
real
so like
God,
we're like trying to I'm trying to thread the needle here where we're keeping things on the meta level.
You're very skilled. You're good at what you do. And I'm talking to you and God at the same time.
Right.
And
You can see the
God's
confusion
in all
here.
of us, honestly.
Yes, right.
So-
Of course.
so
Yes.
The reality of the question that I'm asking is, what do y'all know about Sandoval? Because we need an end with Sandoval.
Listen,
we need
I
to
think
talk.
that the biggest thing is not so much that they think that you tampered with their ship, is more so that they feel like you did not communicate to them for whatever reason, whether it's God's short-sightedness on time or your obliviousness. I don't know, but like
limitations of the format.
well, yeah, sure, whatever. But I think that's what they're mad about. So maybe keep that in mind. I would say that you're probably going to have a better chance of getting past the door when Tops Tips' sibling, right? Tops is really upset because Tips got hurt.
Okay.
And like Thurge, that's the contemplative. He's weird, and I don't think
he's
you're
a
gonna get
floating brain.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a lot of good conversation out of there.
Yep.
So you may not get by, and then Envy is very protective of everybody. That's the Akeshti. So maybe try and talk to Okris, which really is the biggest one, but I think is probably got the softest heart. Yeah.
Most reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let her giant Shabadness freak you out, though. Okay.
What
Shabans
is-
are cool as shit.
Yeah. Right.
What is she? What's her role on the ship?
She is the. Give me just a second. I
Sorry,
will tell you.
I know
No,
you
it's
only
cool.
have 78 different NPCs.
Right.
I agree with Bippy. I thought you said that their name was Tits. And
Yeah. Tips and Tops. She serves as the gunner on the ship.
The gunner. Okay.
On their ship.
Okay.
But listen, you do that whenever you want to. That's fine. And I think that's probably good. But just know that they always kind of typically keep to themselves. They take this competition very seriously. And, they're very focused on the task at hand. And they're now down a whole heat's worth of points. So I imagine that they're going to be even more focused, which means that they're probably not going to come to the gambling game that we got going on tonight.
Say
But you
what now?
guys should come. Yeah, you should come. So I did see, maybe it's inappropriate for me to ask you after that interview, but
Oh, you digging into my past now?
Well,
You
no,
can
I
just
just-
ask me if I want to gamble,
Have y'all
and
seen,
I would
no,
say yes, I do.
have y'all
Okay.
seen Snatch? You seen the movie Snatch?
Yeah.
Of course.
There's the episode when, or there's the part where somebody mentions gambling. And it's like Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like I
Benicio del
imagine
Toro,
it's
yeah.
So
tail.
those two those two Warlanices, they've invited us to a poker game that they're having in their quarters
Is
tonight.
it
And
Texas Hold'em?
sure, if that's what you want it to be.
I do.
Again, this is God channeling through me in some weird meta way, but I think then yes, probably.
Praise
Texas-
Hylax.
Yes, praise Highlights. Praise high. Yeah, we got you, Q. All right. So
I want
but
to gamble
listen-
with him.
So yeah, he's coming. He's coming. The three of us are going. I do look, just heads up. I'm pretty sure that they invited Cutter's crew.
All right, yeah, I ain't worried about that.
And
Fuck 'em.
also Russell and Orvis.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ew.
Hell yes. What an opportunity to take money out of their pockets. Yes,
Right,
please.
right.
God,
Absolutely.
what a
look-
dream blunt rotation this will be.
Bad blunt rotation. Good stealing money rotation.
Look, I do think that we have indeed become racing pals, and well, as your new friends, and in the spirit of Hylax, I must encourage you that to try to not start anything with your perceived enemies. This is an opportunity for you to like beat them in a way that is kind of on above board, right? Like, how satisfying might it be for you to take money from that pompous asshole and the other pompous asshole,
Yeah, I can
and then
do
the whole
that.
crew of pompous assholes?
Incredibly.
Yep. Did you say new friend? Are you got Skittermander folks? What's up?
No,
Okay.
but
Just
I
a
mean,
turn of
I-
phrase.
I would
Yeah.
say, as far as new friends go, I feel like we've evolved. Like,
Oh, I love it. Yes, we have evolved. I vomit in your mouth.
yeah, Cheeto vomit. Yeah, good stuff. Oh no.
I've
Cheeto
never
vomit.
been
Oh,
more
God.
proud of the pirate that's in my party.
Right. And Chick at this point leans over to you, Dr. Patel, and
Yes.
says,
Listen, don't let them get to you. In our line of work, there is always trials. To me, it sounds like this person lived. Yes, they were in a coma, but then they must have awoke enough to go missing.
Yes.
These types of things happen when you're experimenting with drugs. I can't say that I've never put anybody in a coma before.
Wait, I have a lot of questions.
He's trying to find a silver lining, and I appreciate the attempt. Okay.
Look, as a fellow drug enthusiast, lots of people have gone to near death, but not quite death around me.
I didn't say lots of people, just some people.
At least one.
At least one. We all have that
Yes.
one. Am I right, Dr. Patel?
Well,
Oh.
it is one of the challenging things about medicine on the far frontiers of known space, and in the case of the crew that I was serving on of unknown space, we were explorers, we were charters, we were out there looking for the next system, and we were just trying to see what we could find before someone else came and claimed that information to sell on their own. And so, forgive me.
No need to be forgiven. You are a doctor. You're a researcher. Did this person that you administered your experimental drugs on sign a consent form to be part of your trials?
That is a great question.
Is it too personal? I'm sorry.
Don't I it would be a it would be a bold exaggeration to call it a trial, in the sense that it was, carefully set up and not something that happened in the midst of a terrible situation.
Should maybe experiment is a better word.
Experiments might be a little closer to the reality of what was
Right.
happening in the moment. Yes.
So this was like a life or death situation. Like if you didn't.
Yeah, they needed help. They needed help right there, right then. And I did what I could.
Well, then that's all that needs to be said, Doc. I mean, as I said, we trust you implicitly, but.
I'm
We do
glad.
too.
I'm
Yeah, we do too. It's
grateful.
all. I mean, look, we're friends. We've evolved. All that good stuff.
Oh, the good
I-
stuff!
We have
Yes.
evolved. You invited me to a gambling den, so
Right. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go run some laps around the track. But I will see you tonight.
Thanks.
And
Doc-
bring your luck, because word is that those two from Tin World. They say they're the luckiest. We
they're
shall
the
find out
luckiest.
tonight. Hylex is on our side.
hell yeah, hell yeah, bro. You sound like pirates. You know that? Anybody ever told you sound like a
Oh,
pirate?
dude, they don't sound like pirates. I'm gonna
No,
tell
we
you.
sound like
Pirates
Sheeran.
don't go. Ha
Not the
Sheeran
pirates on
do.
there.
That sounds a lot like a vest. Yeah.
It's more like a Yahar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not tarring, we're ha-haing.
My
you
bad,
know?
my bad.
It's okay.
I-
It's okay. It's
Still
okay.
figuring it out. Hey, Bricko.
What?
Bricko, I need to talk with you.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
How much experience do you have gambling? Seem like if you put your mind to it, you'd be damn good at it in a sleight of hand kind of way.
Yes, and in a kind of seeing the future before it happens kind of way. You
That
could maybe do
also-
that.
I just like you seem like the best gambler I've ever met, and I'm pretty damn good.
I mean, if we're talking stats, what is if you had to put a number on
But,
your
uh,
slide?
All right, so I'd put sleight of hand right on up there, real high. But probably bluff, intimidate, diplomacy. All those are important in poker.
Those are all like better than 10.
Yeah.
If I were to stat it out, I guess.
Okay.
Culture might not be bad just for flavor stuff,
Yeah, we'll get to the gambling when we
Culture
get
knows how
there.
to play the game.
Yeah, but I do want to give you guys the
All right, I
opportunity.
got way
to
too
go,
excited.
yeah, I do want to give you guys the opportunity to try to go to the infirmary if you
Yeah.
want to, and we'll say that Okris is there guarding right now.
Oh wait,
Uh,
Sandoval? We're doing
yeah.
Sandoval?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yes.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
on the way, I would say, can we have all of our evidence that we took when we found our stuff, and I'd like to share it with them. Like the first thing we do, it's like
Hey, here's
when
what
you're
we got.
when you're
just
looking
so
into
you-
it.
Full disclosure.
So here's what you will know is that tips and tops are the mechanics for the ship. Okay, just
And they
keep-
don't like us.
Yeah,
just
well,
keeping
once-
keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Brother and sister in infirmary
Yeah.
situation.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have to get in, but then we might want to give that stuff to tips and or tops.
Or at least can we just share it within their internal, send it to the gunner's data pad to share with the rest of the crew?
I think that might be a little forward. If what they've told you, if what you found out from Hyvenex is that they're mad that you didn't
Yeah.
come and tell them what that was just like adding insult to injury without any context around it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Okay.
We're going into apologize, it sounds like, from the
Yeah.
guidance of our Hyvonics friends. I'm
That's
sorry.
definitely part of it.
We apologize for not telling you everything that we knew.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, I genuinely feel that. Like, I wish we had time to apologize, or not apologize, a time to inform them of everything. But we had a lot going on, we hadn't met them yet. We had met a couple of people that we had a, kind of a
Connection.
Yeah.
a thread on, and whether or not they were trustworthy. And you got to make allies where you can. I know this is a big racing thing, but it seems like it's also a corporate fucking war. So we're trying to survive and help out who might be our allies, and we just didn't know anything else about
Yeah.
this very, very highly skilled top competitor team, and we just. Can I record everything I just said and then replay it for them whenever we get to them? Would that be cool?
Yeah, sure. All right,
Because
so
I'm
let's
not
just,
great in
I'm
let's
only
just-
gonna think of this once.
yeah, let's just
I'm
let's just
never
get to it.
going to be that
Yeah.
eloquent.
Yeah, let's just get to it and see
Yeah.
how it goes. Okay. So yeah, you work your way down the hall and you do see Okris there. And I'll give you a nice little pop out here.
Yeah.
And Okris, like, her brow furrows as she sees the four of you coming down the hall. Doesn't say anything, just kind of a scowl in her eyes and brow.
Howdy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was doing stuff. Okris, yeah?
What do you want?
Honestly, we've come to apologize. We didn't realize that our lack of information could have been so detrimental.
One of ours lays burnt, fried, because of your lack of caring.
To be clear, although we are quite sorry for not sharing the information, we did not sabotage your ship.
And we did.
Yes, none of us think that you sabotaged us. We think that you chose who to tell and who not to tell to better serve your purposes.
We told the people that we were the most familiar with in the amount of time that we had. This was not a malicious withholding of information.
And
This
yet,
was...
Tips was fried nonetheless.
Well, look, the reality is, as sorry as we are, this whole thing is new to us, all this freaking team versus team espionage stuff, so we do regret that it led to that, but we are not smart enough to have
Yes.
it inadvertently led to your person getting hurt. Like,
This is
we're not
why-
Littlefinger. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, this is why we should not let amateurs into this race.
Well, we got third, so
Yeah, because our ship was destroyed.
and we still would have been fourth. Fuck out of
Perhaps.
here.
Well,
Is that okay?
Hold on a minute.
Listen,
My bad. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right. No, we caught sabotage on our ship, and there was clearly more widespread sabotage than we realized. We have felt like a target since we got here, and the only reason we were sharing the information was because we managed to clean it up in time to tell the people near us. But
Okay.
we were sabotaged too.
So roll a diplomacy check. I'm gonna have this at a -2 penalty because of Chael's outburst.
can we all aid?
No.
Really?
Well, what are you gonna say? I mean, right
mean-
now, the two people that have spoke, one has almost ruined this completely for you, and then he just
I
made
also
it.
was real reverent before that.
I
to
mean,
be fair.
Ishay and Brico probably did like the most talking, I thought, but
Okay, you can. I'm good with that. You can roll a diplomacy to aid.
I mean, I auto aid.
Okay. So then it'll just be a net.
So it'll be a regular roll.
Yeah.
Regular roll.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have one of your fancy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we think a 26 does it?
Yeah.
Could you what would be a middling roll with you?
Middling roll would be a 21.
Let's take the 26.
Take that 26.
26.
Yeah.
All right. I'll burn a paradox for 26.
Burn the paradox. And so, like, yeah, Brico, you kind of, as you're saying that, like you saw for a second what might happen, like had Chael and and Okris come to blows over that. And you saw that all play out in your mind, and you like were able to interject before it escalated to that, and you said the right things, and you see Okris kind of calm down and says, I understand. Perhaps you should apologize to Tips. You are new here. Be mindful of where you tread. Penvo and his team were professional racers. And I must say, you have all brought nothing but chaos and confusion with you. I do believe that you did not intend for our ship to blow, nor do I think that you triggered anything to win the race. That of much I am sure. But if you continue to notice these inconsistencies, perhaps in fairness and professionalism, you tell everybody next time. Now, if you would like to apologize to Tips, her and Tops are in there.
Of course.
On the way
Thank
in,
you.
Bricko kind of like nudges the doc,
Yes.
just in case there's something you can do.
Of course. Of course.
I feel like we all start to head in, and Chael lingers behind, and just wants to have one kind of comment with our new friend here, and it's like, look, I really do apologize for everything. I don't think it's entirely fair to say that we're bringing chaos. Chaos has just been happening because there's some sabotage going on that we're not causing. And if we have another situation like that, you're at the top of our list. I'll let you know immediately, or I'll have my people let you know. But there ain't a goddamn thing you can do to make me let fucking Terminator know shit. Terminator can get fucked. Y'all are cool. And walks in.
Well, no, as you say that, Okris leans in and says, our former captain hates Russell Wither.
Yep, that's a real easy stance to take, and I respect it.
Well, that's a good
So-
target on y'all's back.
Yes. Okay. Well, leave me alone.
Yep, my bad. Look, I got a lot of respect for y'all. Hate Terminator. My name's Chael. We'll see you.
So we
Okay, so you guys move in.
Yeah. I imagine the doc is going to try his best.
What is this? This is highly abnormal. What is this team coming in here for? No, no, no. What are you doing?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
If you would, Dr. Dr. Early in my notes. I have to flip back very far.
Dr. Early in my notes.
Early in my notes.
Drain's theorem.
Dr. Theorem. Understand, yes, this is your place. I am not here to step on your...
There are far too many
credentials.
people in this room. Please, please, we must keep it sanitary.
We certainly will. My friend here, Isha, is just going to share a few words at the invitation of Okris, who was standing outside, who invited us in to come talk with Tips and Tops.
Well, this is that is not their place to invite people into my infirmary. One of you can stay. I need the rest of you to leave, please. And then, Tops is like, what the fuck are they doing in here?
If only one of us can stay, it should be.
I'll
Rico.
leave. I'll leave if I need to, but I'll also be viewing you through the sensor I planted on Brico, so I can view it.
Bricko just has like a giant thing on his lapel.
No, it's
Straight up Bobby
sci-fi,
Coons.
dude. It's like it's a contact lens, you know.
No, I like that he's wearing a brooch. That's what I want.
Giant flower.
He's also separately wearing a big conspicuous brooch, and that is
So-
not the device.
Gotcha.
You know.
So would it be Brico, or would it be Dr. Patel?
I think delivering the message is going to be Brico. I think Dr. Patel would probably just give Tips one really quick cursory glance over. He knows he can make things a lot worse, a lot faster if he tries to tread on this doctor's domain, and so he's not trying to do that. But could I just make a medicine check to evaluate just how bad of a condition Tips is in here, or would that take too long?
No, you can roll a medicine check.
Okay,
Is
Gotcha.
that aidable?
No, because you guys are leaving
I'm just
the room.
taking a quick look. It's a 24. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, 24. You could tell it took a pretty good hit, but nothing lethal.
Okay.
They're like asleep but not unconscious.
Sure. Yeah.
It looks like they might be out for a couple days at most.
Okay. Gotcha. I would, as I walk out the room, I would just tap that in a message quick to Brico, so he's got it ready when he's talking to him.
Yeah, and as you're walking out, Che will kind of match his stride with you, and just as low as he can, kind of turns to you once we get far enough away, and it's just like, if we get in a situation where they accept our medical help. I know it don't seem like it much, but I'm pretty well medically trained if you need a hand.
Wonderful. Yes. Competent assistant is always it's always very good. Thank you.
Yep.
Ishe would probably be the last out, leaving Brico in, and as they kind of go, would like whisper really as quietly as possible. If they're willing to accept the apology, share our notes with them so they can compare it to their sabotage. And would step out.
Brico kind of walks forward, and he is going to put out a hand to Talk, is the brother, or Tick?
Tops. Yep.
Sorry, I'm thinking they're like TikTok, like a clock.
I know.
Yeah.
So he would put out a hand to Tops and say, "Hello, my name is Brico. I'm a representative of the new Redshift team. I know only one of us can be in here at the time, but I do want to express our entire team's condolences for what has happened in here. I know your sister has been hurt by the sabotage that happened on your ship, and I know that our lack of information has caused your group suffering, and for that I'm really sorry."
We've spent a lot of time preparing for this run. This is a huge Absalom run, the biggest yet. And for us to be knocked out on the first round because of oversight, it's frustrating as hell, I gotta say. Tips is gonna be fine. She's taken worse than this before. But she's gonna be more devastated about losing those points, those precious points in the first rally. And we're not gonna get those back. And I understand your apology, and sure, if you need to be forgiven for your own conscience, that's fine. But don't expect us to be friendly. You cost us a race. Well, somebody cost us the race, but you had the opportunity to help us, and you didn't. I don't care what you say about time. A general message to everybody could have saved us. But you picked and chose, and that's all right. This is a competition after all.
Someone did cost you the race. Someone sabotaged us too, but we were lucky and we got it. If we are able to figure out what unfairness has befallen your group, then maybe all is not lost. You still have several races to go. What I would offer is help in your sister's recovery. The next race is only a few days away. If she were in tip-top shape, well, that would certainly help your chances.
Hey, that's all names.
He winks.
Yeah.
Just won some points right there.
Roll a diplomacy check.
You know what? This is important. I'm going to burn my other paradox because it's high enough, I hope. So that's going to be a 25.
25. All right. Listen. Well, I appreciate you coming in here. Took a lot of nerve. I know y'all are new to this race. So a bit of advice. Mind your P's and Q's. Be careful who you're talking to and who you're not talking to. But I gotta say, what I'm really the most mad about is that I didn't catch it myself. We were doing once-overs and we didn't catch it. She's laying there because of me. And I'm sorry that I took it out on you.
You don't strike me as a bad mechanic, Top.
Well, bad enough to miss a simple glitch in the electrical panel.
Could I know I've asked your forgiveness, and now I would ask if maybe for the sake of you, myself, and the fairness of the rest of the race, I'm wondering if you could go over the evidence that we did find. I have it here. If you could compare it to the sabotage that you experienced, maybe we could find some sort of connection, some sort of calling card for whoever that did this. If they're completely dissimilar, maybe it's separate sabotage, but I kind of doubt it.
Well, I don't think it could hurt to take a look. Yeah, I'll take a look. And listen, as a welcome present for a new team, I'm going to give you just a little trinket that helps me think. Perhaps it'll help you think as you're sorting things out. But I'm also going to give you a piece of advice. Those Terminator fucks, they don't play around. And the more that you start accusing them, the more they're going to try to fuck you. And they got way more resources than you could ever dream of. They're in people's pockets. You best be certain. But I'll take a look. Perhaps we could find something together. So here, take this. Obviously, I can't use it anymore. And he gives you a small box with various circuits and like electronic locks and gears and other mechanisms. This is an engineer's puzzle box. The mechanisms shift and rearrange automatically, allowing for a multitude of combinations to keep the box from opening. Once unlocked, the box resets itself and reorders the mechanisms, starting the process over. Using an engineer's puzzle box to improve your skills requires 1 hour and a DC 25 engineering check. If you succeed at the check, you reduce the time required to disable devices using the engineering skill by 2 rounds. This bonus lasts for 24 hours. You can benefit from only one engineer's puzzle box at a time.
Like each individual can only benefit? Like could multiple of us use the box?
It would take an hour each, separate hours.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gives that to you so you can put one of those in your inventory. Engineer's puzzle box. It should be in. Be able to grab that from the equipment.
Cool.
And he says, and then he takes the the information that you give him, and he actually offers you the schematics of the electrical panel that they obviously didn't have the foresight to take pictures of it beforehand, but he does have a picture of what it looked like after it fried, and gives that to you. He says, all right, now I must ask
let you leave and let me tend to my sister.
If you wouldn't mind just one more moment, my friend. And Brika turns to his sister, and to maybe at least ease her pain for a bit of time, he's going to cast Lesser Restoration on her.
Oh, what is it that you're doing? Oh, this is my patient. What are you doing? This is highly irregular. I mean, you
So
can't
sorry,
stop
Doctor, but we're having a chat, and I just want to make sure that she's as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, so you do that. Her eyes flutter open. She looks at you, a little confused, then looks to her brother, and they embrace. And maybe you just kind of like,
Yep.
move out. All right, great. Good job, guys. Good
Yeah.
job, team. Heath, you want to do some gambling?
Oh, man.
Bro, you couldn't have said anything that made me happier than what you just said. If you're like, hey, you want an automatic first place win? It's like, I'd rather do some gambling.
Jesus Christ.
Got some gambling to do.
Because I want to win. Like, I don't want to be given a win, you know?
Right. Okay, let's see. So let's
All
put on some
right.
funky music.
Yeah.
Let's go.
right,
Has there been music playing this whole time? 'Cause
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard it.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, good job, everybody. Really, that was great.
I want to give a Jason inspiration to Griff for that.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
That was
buddy.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So you guys don't worry about the map. I'm just gonna say you go to. Actually, I have a handout that we can use.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
And
Handouts are good times, right?
yeah.
The best of times.
I just got to find it.
Oh, man.
They're the best of times, they're the worst of times.
Tough to track down.
All right.
You know what? All right.
Oh, I love this.
All right.
Get
So,
ready.
okay. So let's talk about some gambling.
Yes.
So when you get there, you see Tanziri Niskai and Welivor Ram. These are the two Warlanisis of 10 World Conglomerate. And they're like, oh, hello, welcome. You guys came to the poker game. We're so excited. I must warn you, our luck is brilliant. It's going to be a difficult night for you guys, I'm sure.
Oh,
And then around
Not if we're playing Acatonian Hold'em.
God.
around you see the three Sharons, and then you also see Captain Cutter and a couple of her crew.
Oh, hell yes.
You see Russell Wither and Orvius Eldane, all sitting around the table. The Warlanisis go out of their way to make you feel welcome. Well, of course, Russell and Orvis, they don't outwardly start
But they're eyeballing.
Well, and they're throughout this gambling, they're gonna trade barbs, be sarcastic,
Right.
do some cleverly worded insults, but
No.
it's all
like-
in good fun, you know.
Right. So, much like I just did, Shell comes to the table. He's always wearing a cap and sunglasses. Every interview he's ever done, 90% of the time, his teammates have seen him is with sunglasses and a cap. And it's the opposite of most,
Poker.
major league poker players. He comes up to the table and he takes his sunshades off and tucks them into his hat. And he takes his hat off and just throws it to the side. He's like, I want you to see my fucking eyes. I want you to see what I'm about to do to you. I'm
All
gonna roll a
right.
natural one immediately. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah. So, we're gonna do some gambling, but I want to get one check out of the way first. And so this is just a general perception or sense motive. You can roll one or the other, no aids. So each of you can roll one or the other, perception or sense motive, whatever you're best at.
Wait, is everyone here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
I
so.
seemed we
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
I just didn't know. I didn't know if everybody was down with the gambling.
Oh, look,
Hell
we
yeah.
knew that Orvis and fuck all was going to be here. We are not splitting the party.
I figured
Yeah.
Ishay would be a gambler. I didn't know about the other two. You know,
You asked Bricko if he would gamble, so he's here.
I feel like
Yeah.
Bricko would be the card counter of the group. You know,
Yeah. The doctor
Doc
is...
would just like poison people.
Yeah.
He's
Sedatives.
just shooting up as he goes.
Yeah, Doc's
with
gonna be up all
boosters.
night long.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we're all doing
Yeah.
perceptions, is what you're saying?
Or
Oh,
sense
or
motive.
sense motive, whatever you're better at.
Yeah, so we're all doing perceptions, the skills that I have available.
They're
Can
even
I
for
add
me,
a
so
stone cunning? How
Jesus
stone
Christ.
is this room?
Just roll the perception.
It just
Those
trips me out because
sounds
every time it like there's a whole line just for stone cunning. I'm like, I gotta ask, I gotta know.
Adam, I got a 26 on sense motive.
Ooh.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I got a 5, and they're both the same, so no.
I got a 22 perception.
Wait, what's my? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I see 11 from you, Chell. All right, with the 26 is the only one to succeed.
Oh, geez.
You know, while you're hanging out throughout the night, okay? So this is
Mhm.
kind of, we're going to do a broad view and then we're going to go into the gambling. But throughout all the gambling that happens, you just notice that Russell seems to be going out of his way to befriend Captain Cutter. You also, all of you, pick up that Captain Cutter seems to be going out of their way to not be pirate, to say we're not pirates, we're definitely not pirates, although it's quite unconvincing. But they, for whatever reason, are insisting that they're not pirates. But yeah, Russell seems to be making a point to try to, like, you know, like anytime Captain Cutter makes a joke, Russell maybe laughs a little too hard, and is just like really kind of like
Ew.
sucking up a little bit to Captain Cutter. So gambling, here's how this is going to work. It's going to be $500 buy-in or 500 credit buy-in. So who wants
Yeah.
How
to
much
buy in?
money do we have? I don't even know.
I didn't spend all my starting wealth, so I got a fair amount. If anybody needs a
I don't think I have
stake.
any money.
I...
I don't think I have a single credit.
Borrow
Unless
our
we've made
Cheetos
some
earnings.
since we got here. Like,
My thingy says that I have 225 credits.
Okay.
Is this why the doc's along?
so we
Yeah,
just
so
literally,
fund it.
he's our
Doc's
stake,
here.
right?
Yeah, Doc's
Bankroll
here to
it,
be
yeah.
our whale.
I'm just and like when you told us to create these characters, it's like, hey, use all your credits to get as good at
I
characters
didn't.
as you
I
can.
did not say that. I said you can.
No, but
this is
you
your
know the
starting
game
wealth.
that you're playing,
I got 50.
and it's
so I
like
got a
use that
10 buy-in.
starting wealth.
All right.
What's that? How much you got, Griff?
Oh, I got 50, so I got
Okay.
10 buy-in.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I don't have any money.
I just want you to know I was saving these to buy UPBs for future healing serums. So please win them back. If
Hey,
you
well,
can.
what if it
This is
if it
the benefits
means
of your own
anything
health.
to you?
Yeah.
I have a plus 15 to medicine. That's what I
Okay.
was trying to
Well,
tell you earlier.
Here's the good news is that you know you're going to get 10,000 credits in like tomorrow.
We're about
tomorrow.
to be Cheeto rich. Can we
Right,
put
you're about
down
to be
Cheetos?
Rich.
About to be dusty.
Can I take it out of the bank account or
Yeah.
Well,
So
the way
much
our
better
bank
than being
account
Frito
works
rich.
is
the way my Cheetos account is set up?
yeah. So no. Okay. So who's
Okay.
gambling? It sounds like you got enough for one person to gamble.
No, I'm gonna give all of my teammates enough to. For
You
so
have that
all-
much credit?
I do. Yeah. I I knew I was.
You got
gonna
$2
have to-
grand?
like I have plus.
Wow.
No, I
So-
was saving up for like serums I would need later on, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't know what
God,
I was going to use.
Jason.
Oh
You're
man,
such a
we're
good
gonna
player.
disappoint you so much.
Oh, no.
This
No,
is
no.
about to go very poorly. I just
You
want
get
you
what
to
you
know.
paid in for the Cheetos fund
Yeah.
as your share
Yeah,
before we
look,
split
the
it.
thing is, this is gonna go very badly. However,
Sure.
we're gonna make 10 grand tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
You'll
We'll
know
see how
how
it
bad
goes.
it'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So
I have a feeling.
so you can roll either a profession gambler or gamer check, which I know none of you have,
Nope.
or you can roll a sense motive check
Yes.
or a sleight of hand check.
All
This
right.
is one check per, like for the night, basically.
Oh wow. Okay.
But each player that is putting a pot in gets to make one of these checks.
I'm leaving. I can't make any of those checks. I can do intimidate.
Mm,
I mean,
I did walk up trying to punk people out.
I would
Like,
think bluff, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I just don't have bluff or diplomacy. Like, I
Oh.
really don't.
And you don't have good sense motive.
Thought you
No.
had sleight of hand for some reason.
No.
That's me.
No, I have a little
Rico.
sleight of hand.
I mean, I have a
all right,
plus
all right.
4 to sleight of hand,
I mean, I got a
we're
5.
talking
but I'm
stealth.
literally not trained in it.
Fucking still.
No, so what I will do is I will let you roll intimidation, but it's going to be at a much higher DC than these other
Just a
DCs.
75
Yeah.
DC.
So that's all you got
What I
to do.
do.
All right, so let's go around the table. We'll start with you, Heath.
Yeah. All right, let's just go ahead and get this disappointment out the fucking way. I'm like, I love the vibe so much, and I'm so disappointed that I mechanically didn't build my character in any way.
You were
that
a washed up
splits this.
gambler, so
Yeah, like
you
Yeah,
loved
you lost
it.
all-
You just weren't
that
good at it.
yeah.
You
Just
don't know
give
how
it a-
good he was in his past.
Based
we
on
know
your
that he
numbers,
lost
we
everything.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
He played enough that he obviously developed a habit. He must have been winning some. If he just lost money every single time, he wouldn't have been an addict. You know? Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I'm just throwing my dice on the floor.
He's angry. He's so angry.
I am pretty angry. I'm also a little hangry. Like, I didn't eat much today.
What'd you get?
Okay. I did okay. I got a 15 on the die, but I have a plus 11, so 26
26.
It's not gonna, it's
to
not gonna
intimidate.
Not gonna do
Oh,
it.
so okay. So you're giving me 30 DCs. All right, I'll just get fucked.
get it. Hey, Heath, I need you to tone it down a bit, man. We
I
just played a
fucking
game here.
won't. You set this beautiful narrative up for me and then said, I'm going to fuck you in the ass.
I did not
on
say
the
that.
narrative.
Anyways, moving on. Jason,
right.
you're up.
All right. The doc is doing his best to read the people around him. He's going to do a sense motive check. I assume I can't give myself boosters throughout the course of the evening around this. So here we go. Oh, it's a 6 on the die. That's a total of 20.
That's not going to do it
Not
either.
going to do it. Okay. 500 down. 1,000
Oh,
down.
we're not 1,000 down. Yeah.
1,000 down.
All right, Emily, you're up.
This isn't good. Okay, okay, please listen to me. Be cool. Be cool and be awesome. I believe in you. No, that's a 7 on the die. No,
Neither cool nor awesome.
it's neither
Oh, man.
cool nor awesome. That's
good
gonna be
Lord.
a 12 total.
Not
Guess I'd be
great.
wasted on my paradoxes on
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Jason. I'm so
No, that's all good.
sorry.
being nice
all
to
good.
mice.
All
Be
right,
nice
well,
to mice.
Oh, but baby.
Dale?
Natural 18,
Okay.
Okay.
which is unfortunately because sleight of hand is low for me unless we decided bluff wasn't a 1, right?
mhm.
Okay. I think sleight of hand's the only one I can roll.
What about sense motive?
Sense motive's not good for me.
All right.
I'm not a wisdom character. So that is a 27. I'm only at a +9 sense or sleight of hand.
Fail.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well,
That is a fail.
shoot.
I'm sorry, guys. That's
No.
unfortunate.
No, it's fine. You're good. Just no
Oh.
one's allowed to
Adam.
succeed at this game.
Adam,
no.
I don't like it.
I'm just look, y'all. I'm just going by the DCs that are here. I'm not. I wanted you to win as much as you guys. I know you needed it. I'd hope that one of you would do it.
Yeah.
but you
I just
didn't.
allowed you to drop $2,000.
Can we just put-
You rolled better than I did.
Can we put some Cheeto credit up for the house and they
Oh, you
back
want to
Get
try to
one for the
you want
night.
to try to lose another 2,000?
Who's our
I
highest?
can't do much better.
I
can't
don't
do
want
much
to do
better.
it, but
All right. So okay. Who has the highest sense motive?
14. Yeah.
Or you have a 14 sense motive?
Biohackers, you get to use intelligence instead of wisdom.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I,
it's
I rolled a
money.
6. I rolled a 6. Yeah.
Also, okay. So
Yeah.
you can put another 500 down. Okay. You can go in another 500.
Oh.
I will say that, Jason,
Yeah.
why are you not dropping biohacks on these?
Because I assumed
Didn't
it
think
was. So no,
Thought it
I
was
actually,
cheating.
Thought it was cheating.
I actually said right before I rolled, I assume
Yeah,
I
he
can't
did.
do this because because it's representing the entire evening's worth of gambling and not like an individual thing. And you can only do
No.
like
Yeah,
5
no.
at a time. So
Yeah, let's say that you can throw one on to
or one on. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can throw another. Okay, so I gotta make sure I actually note this in both character sheets: the Hephaestus and Foundry. Not down. Is anyone else rolling again? Would anyone else like to roll again?
No.
Dude, I was 2 less than as good as I possibly
Okay,
can do.
got it.
I do have like money I can give you though, so that you don't
No,
have to.
I'm fine for that.
Okay.
And I'm taking all of your credits tomorrow when Cheetos pays us.
Fair
Right,
enough.
right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Norse Foundry
Come on,
for
come
all
on.
your random number
Come on.
generating needs. That's an 8 on the die. Sorry,
That's higher
22.
than the 6.
24 with the boost. It's a 24 with
Wow,
the boost.
it's not gonna
Yeah.
do it. It's not gonna do it.
All right.
That's
They're just taking my money and being like,
well here's
Like to play again?
here's the good news.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's good news, but Tensiri and Wellavor definitely are the big winners of the night.
Okay.
Good.
They
Yeah.
rake in tens of thousands of credits from everybody, primarily from Russell and Orvis, who keeps throwing money at them, like
Nice.
500, keeps throwing 500, and they lose big. And they seem unconcerned with their losses, but let me get a sense motive check.
This is the one that's going to come up with
This'll
Dale
be the-
fact
this'll
for
be
you.
the Dale
Guaranteed.
fact.
Yeah, this will be the
Yeah,
Dale
that's what I
fact,
do.
right?
Dale fact.
Wow.
They seem pissed.
This was all a part of our plan. We
Okay.
were losing
I just had to-
intentionally.
Just had to pour credits straight down the hole.
Yep.
You know, so we could
To
learn
get
this
it.
about them.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Well,
Are
okay.
you on the audio? Do you want to give
Yeah,
the
hold
info
on.
first? Or?
Let me give the result
Okay.
first, and then we'll do the
Okay.
Dale fact. So with that, you realize that Orvis really seems to care less that he lost all that money. You feel like Russell is putting on a front, but he is inside pissed, like
Yeah.
super pissed.
Okay.
All right, here comes you ready for the sound?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
It makes me so happy
All
every
right.
time.
Heath, what we got on the Dale fact front?
He's looking. He's
All
trying to
right.
find an appropriately gambly.
Focused.
He's so grumpy. The Dale fact will make you feel better, Heath.
Adam, I gotta ask if, say, I rolled that 21 roll earlier.
Oh yeah, you would have had it.
What income would I be looking at for that?
You would have won 2,000.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
bad.
not.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, so we just needed 1 win to cover our losses.
You needed
Yeah.
one win.
One win. Rats.
Well.
Okay. That's all
Heath,
good.
where's the Dale fact?
I'm wholly unprepared for this Dale fact because we've just been failing at everything.
Oh God,
Oh.
no.
It's all good. It's all good. I think the doctor is, he understands. Here's how I'm narratively going to explain away my terrible rolls. He's not a gambler by any stretch. He doesn't actually know how to do this. He does know how to read people in certain circumstances, though, and I think that what he's been watching more than how people are looking at their cards is how they're talking to each other away from the actual hands that are being played in the moment. And that's probably because maybe he's just looking too hard at his
Yeah.
own cards instead of actually reading the room.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
that's where he is right now.
Okay,
All right.
I like it. I like
Heath,
it.
Heath, what do you got for me?
Yeah.
buddy?
So I actually been planning on this one for since episode 1.
Oh.
So everyone knows that everyone who gives a shit about Dale Earnhardt knows that his iconic nickname is the Intimidator, right? And that is for good reason. He was bad about he'd get right on somebody's bumper and he'd kind of mess with them and jiggle their car. He might even spin them out, which he did numerous times. But prior to his nickname being the Intimidator, when he came up from all these lower tier sort of racing circuits and prior to getting the GM Goodwrench sponsorship and his reputation, his nickname was Old Ironhead. So
Ironhead?
Old Ironhead. Yep. a far less impressive nickname,
Yeah.
far less iconic nickname.
Yeah.
But that was his nickname prior to the Intimidator. Was Old Ironhead.
I mean, I got questions. Is he just
Okay.
like hard headed?
He was very stubborn
I see.
in general.
Okay.
But also, he would literally hit you with the iron head of his car a
Oh.
lot. Like he would smack you with the front of his car,
I see.
which really, yeah, in terms of that, the Intimidator is much more graceful because it's
It
like,
is,
oh, he'll
yeah.
scare you. It's like, yeah, but you're ignoring the
Yeah.
fact that he'll literally hit you
He gonna get you.
Yeah.
He gonna
with
get
the
you.
iron head of his
Wild.
fucking engine in his, in the front of his car.
Good
Yeah,
old Dale.
old
Dale.
iron head.
The old
All right, well,
Ironhead.
thank you for that, Dale. Fact.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Um,
Heath.
Thank you for
So-
the engaging gambling game.
Hey, man.
He
Anyways,
can't help the rolls.
yeah,
I am being mean to Adam because I'm
for no
mad.
reason. Anyways, we're gonna move forward. So, like, towards the end of the night, especially as Russell is losing, he kind of gets up from the table, and you guys see him having like a quiet conversation in the corner with Captain Cutter. Like they're whispering to each other in the corner.
Two shitbags.
Yeah,
Can
because they said we are not here to make friends. And look at this, we're making friends.
can Ishay kind of get up from the table and she's gonna attempt to go over and eavesdrop, but if they notice her, then she's gonna pretend to be really drunk and looking for the bathroom.
All right, well, roll me a perception check.
Well, God, Adam, son of
What did you think it was going to be?
I don't know.
Am I losing my mind here?
No,
You guys
I just
don't know how this
want it to be
game works, or
something
what?
better.
You know,
To be stealth, baby.
Come on, give me a Dale fact. No, that's an 11. It's not. God.
11 total.
Damn.
Yeah, I have a 0 perception.
Oh, well, will somebody with perception want to try to also
Yeah.
overhear this? You know?
Am
I
appreciate
here?
your effort.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just lost all our money. We're hella
Walking
here.
over here.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere. We can't afford a cab.
I think we're now just hitting up the buffet at this point, right?
Can I roll stone cunning on that?
Okay, 17 on the die. That's a 31 perception.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay, 24, but you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the 31, you actually can overhear Russell asking Captain Cutter if she'd be interested in wet work.
Phrasing.
Fuck.
Phrasing, for sure. But wet work also means like murdering people, right?
Yeah.
Sure do. Sure do.
You see Captain Cutter nod with a smile, like a slight grin, and then they split up and head in different directions.
Wow.
Cool.
And the Warlosses are like, well, I told you guys that this was going to be a rough night for you. We just have luck on our side. We always do. At least I was up front with you when you came in. You know, I don't like to like. I'm not trying to hustle you. Luck is just for us. And well, I'm sorry, but as a good sport, I'll be happy to buy you drinks for the rest of the evening. How does that sound?
I will accept it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
I'll take it for sure.
Dale, I see that you took it extra hard. I really, this wasn't meant to be like rude in your night, but
I mean, it's
sometimes
fine.
it
It's
happens.
it's a combination of the fact that I mechanically wasn't built to be a gambler, but I bid on a narrative thread that
Are we doing the
Adam
fourth
helped
wall?
me facilitate, and then
Fourth wall meta
also
thing
But question.
that I just rolled that. So
again? Yeah.
Question. Ishay's going to drunkenly stumble over to the dock and kind of like sort of hang on their shoulders. Like, Doc, are they full of shit? Can you tell? Are they lucky? Are they fucking cheating?
Well, I have to say, either way, they took a whole lot of my money
They
tonight.
did. Mostly I was
but,
asking for a sense motive check because you're
yes,
really good at
okay.
those.
yeah, well, he's just letting you know you owe him some money.
I'm
all
aware.
right?
No, I know I owe you lots of money and I'm sorry. That's on me.
No, That's okay. The Cheetos, they will make up for it. Just
We did
make
just
sure-
get a big old sponsorship.
do give me the credits,
Oh.
not the snacks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, I'll trade
Right.
you Cheetos for credits.
There you go. No, it's a 18.
What's the conversion rate on them Cheetos versus
The
credit?
Cheeto is a UCB.
Like a lot of Cheetos.
Universal Cheeto based.
Universal Cheeto bite.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Cheetos, after a long night of losing money and drinking heavily, you have your commercial to shoot on the next day.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
I feel like I lost so early that I drank a little bit and then just went home. You
Just
know?
went home.
Yeah, however you dealt with it, like it
I was
a
like,
tough
I
night.
got
mean,
look. I feel like the Cheetos sponsorship means more to Chael than anyone else. So after he got his shit pushed in on gambling, he had a couple drinks that were paid for by somebody else because he had no money left, never had any money to begin with. And then he went back to his bunk and was like, he probably punched a couple of walls, but there's some kind of polymer composite. It's fine. And then he passed out and woke up actually relatively early and chipper.
Okay, well that's good.
I'd love to be the face of Cheetos, is what I'm saying.
So here's
Cheeto chipper.
I think,
here's the thing.
What, Jason?
No, go for it, Adam. Here's
So
what's
you
the
go to
thing?
they want to do it in the interview room, and they've like moved all the chairs out of the way so you have the space. They have like a couple greens and stuff like that. And when you get there, they have 4 giant inflatable Cheeto costumes that they want you to wear. They want you to dress up as Cheetos.
Wait, they could do that with literally anybody. Like, why do
What?
we need to be
I'm
the
here
ones?
for it. I'll
Because
be a
they
fucking
want to
Cheeto.
sponsor you guys.
Yeah.
You're like,
Okay.
there's like a hole cut out for your faces, so
Oh, as long as my
Yeah.
face is involved, it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and but then they have a choreographer there who
Nice.
wants you guys to do this dance, and when you see the dance, it's ridiculous. Like it is so dumb. You know what I mean? Like,
Is it
like
dumb or is it like complex?
no, it's dumb. The opposite of complex. It's like
Real
really
simple.
It's like
well, no, it's like
toddlers.
it's like
Ridiculous?
embarrassing. Yeah, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
okay.
Yeah, and like none of these Cheeto outfits are flattering in any way. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, they're Cheetos.
And they're making you sing this song, just like, we like cheese, we like Cheetos, something just like.
Why are you slandering Cheetos in this way, Adam? I don't understand. They're a more honorable company than this.
And so it's a. Whatever is the most embarrassing thing for you guys as characters, that's what they're asking you to do.
Oh.
Like
I got to
it's-
get divorced.
You're divorcing a Cheeto.
when
No, the
when
Cheetos
my
divorcing you.
yeah when my relationships don't work out, I turn to Cheetos. Cheetos are always
What?
there for me.
I pay
Why
my
are you-
alimony in Cheetos.
Like, why are you doing it this way? I just don't understand. Well, you already made us go through the Rita Skeeter interview, and you're just like, now you're just like rubbing salt in our dick.
Yeah, this is
You
just
know,
like it's cheese dust, actually, not salt. But yes, so
I like you so much less than I normally do, and it's not a lot to begin with.
Adam's our friend. What the hell?
But he keeps doing shit like this.
I'm just
it's
running the
funny.
adventure, Heath. I'm
It's
just
just-
doing the thing.
Cheetos are not in this adventure, and you fucking know it, Adam.
I thought you were gonna.
Cheetos were
are
never
not-
in here.
Cheetos are not funny. They're serious.
Literally reading Event 16 sponsorship.
16.
Oh yeah,
Sponsorship.
Paizo got sponsored by Cheetos.
Well, no,
Those
sponsorship.
players.
No, the
Somebody likes
sponsorship is
Cheetos.
the thing.
Chips.
Is
Whatever
the
entity.
thing. And so we're just rolling Cheetos into it because that's what we're doing. So again, moving along, as you guys have this thing and you get cut a check for 10,000 credits. However, when you come out, the Withers and Orvis are just like pointing at
Dying.
you and laughing, like just
Yeah.
dying, laughing at you. Just like, and Ross was like, oh my God, last night was terrible, but this just makes my day. I feel so much better. Thanks for that. I needed it.
You're welcome,
Congrats
buddy.
on your sponsorship. And then you come out to the lounge, and there's this giant crate of Cheetos, like a ridiculous amount of Cheetos, with your names written. Redshift Redshift Rally in the care of Redshift Revolution. I mean,
Ishay jumps on top of the crate and says, "Cheetos on us! Come on, gang!" And like just screams at the whole fucking pit stop. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Breaking Bad scene, except instead of a pile of money, I'm just like on a pile of Cheetos.
yeah, the pallet is enough to last you guys for decades.
Nice. Decades worth.
We'll figure out a way
It's
to
a lifetime
run
supply of Cheetos.
run
Yeah.
the X66 on a Cheeto dust.
Please
All
tell
right,
me if
so
your stomach
you guys
gets upset. I can
you-
give you something for that.
You guys can split up 2,000 credits. However,
So it all goes to our benefactor.
well,
Jason.
okay, so you get 10,000 credits,
We each get
you each get
2,500.
2,500. However,
In my
Jason
500
gets
bags.
yeah, so
500.
right, so it's going to be 2,000 for the three of you, and then Jason, you get the difference there.
Okay.
Thanks, dude.
Yep.
Okay, so that's some money. That is some
Hell
money.
yeah.
Some
You
money.
know?
Man, Orvis and them, like, I don't know about y'all, but that didn't bother me at all. Like, they can laugh all fucking day. They can laugh
Don't
while
give
I'm
Cheeto
going.
in the mouth, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
Cheeto dust-covered mouth.
What's his name? Oh God, the Skittermander.
Avo.
Avo comes up to you and says, "Okay, Cheeto jumps for life. Yes. Okay. This is great. Can I have a bag of Cheetos?"
Yes, Ishay
Hand out the
pours
Cheetos,
Cheetos
baby.
into her hand and it's just like, Cheetos all around.
Oh man, yes.
Fantastic.
Okay. Good job.
I love it.
Bricko normally has white fur, but he looks like a Cheeto. Covered in orange, baby.
Ishay goes and hugs and like, which wins, buddy?
So yeah, so you guys celebrate with Cheetos. Your friends all have you have a Cheeto party with your friends, and your enemies all make fun of you for your stupid commercial. But other than that, it's a pretty eventless day. And then that evening, as you guys are like getting ready to retire or whatever, there's a knock on your bedroom door, or your dorm door.
See, somebody's coming around for round 2 of Cheetos. Hello?
We're gonna get wet worked.
Oh no.
Probably gonna get knifed in the chest.
Ishay does answer the door with a bag of Cheetos and offering.
So you answer the door and you see none other than Russell Wither standing before you.
I take my
and,
Cheetos back.
and behind Russell is a couple staff members. One's got like a couple bottles of wine in their hand, and the other one has like a rolling cart of food. And Russell says, "All right, I just wanted to come by and apologize for getting off on the wrong foot. I understand that you guys are the new kids on the block, and perhaps I've been a little rude. Thing is Terminator and Redshift Rally have long been at odds, but it's been mutual respect, and well, I just feel that perhaps I could truly offer my apologies to the way things have gone so far and offer you this meal. It's nothing quite as illustrious as your Cheetos, but it is quite good. And this is some of the finest wine from my personal vintage, or from my personal collection. It's Castrovalian vintage called Dulcai's Grace. And you guys would know that that's worth 500 credits a bottle. It's a very, very nice bottle. And they wheel in a gourmet meal from Milu's Fusion Grill into your suite. He says, "I do hope that we can put this ickiness behind us and continue forward as respectful competitors going forward."
Ishay kind of looks at the rest of the crew and is just going to say, "Thank you so much for such a generous olive branch in reciprocation, please have a bag of Cheetos on us.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for this. And let this be the start of a new peace between Redshift Revolution and Terminator. All of our conflict should be resolved on the raceway, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Of
Absolutely.
course. Yes. Well, best of luck to you in the upcoming race. And I'll be sure to let you know if we notice any kind of shenanigans in our ship. I hope that you would do the same for us. As you know, we all want to win this above board, of course.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Well, then, without further ado, I will let you enjoy this fine meal.
Please stay. Have a glass. Have a
Oh, I
plate
can't.
with
This
us.
Cheetos
Yeah,
are going to
why don't
fill
you
me up.
eat the food and the drink that you gave us? Make sure it's not poisoned or anything.
I mean, at least.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, this one's full of laughs. He's full of.
I just hate everything about you.
Do you say that?
No.
He says, no, I really must be getting to bed. I've had too much to drink already today. And as you well know, I kind of got in trouble on my first night here for diving into the libations too much. So I'm trying to be better in many ways. So please enjoy your meal and I will see you on the tracks.
Right. Well, enjoy those Cheetos.
I will. Can I grab a bag for my brother and my sister?
By all
I
means.
throw a bag at him.
He catches it.
Here we go. Get it. Get
I
it.
want you to roll for that, Adam. Does he
All right,
catch
I
it?
will. I will.
Or did the Cheetos hit him in the face? And he
I want
dropped
those
his expensive
Cheetos in
wine
the
bottle.
face. Take them Cheetos to the face. You like it.
He threw it hard.
Real hard.
So he catches one of them, but he misses the other one.
Yeah.
Like he goes to catch that one, he's like, ha, psh, and gets smacked in the face
Oh.
with the spicy Cheetos bag. And
Nice.
it's like, oh, that's
Sorry.
quite a throw that you have there. All right. Well, I am going to be off to bed now. So good night.
Ishay
And
would
he
stand
leaves.
outside the door and like wave him off, like, "Oh, have a good night, thanks." You know, whatever. As soon as they're out of the way, would wheel the stuff back out into the hall and say, "Doc, can you check this shit? What all is in this?"
No, same.
Like,
I was gonna
I
be
don't
like,
want it
hey,
in our
check
room.
this for poison.
Yeah.
You know, like, or even if not for poison, check it for fucking tracker bugs.
Yes.
Like,
Did
check
a
it
quick
for
scan
everything.
wherever he was standing in the room.
Yeah.
Drop something off him real quick.
Sure.
Just-
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
really challenging me so much. Like, I just want to murder.
Yeah, feeling is mutual. So like, all right. So you want to examine the cart. How do you want to examine it?
Sure. I'm going to let my carefully. I look at it carefully. I'll let my engineering-minded folks look for anything like.
Yeah, I mean, like, can we
trackers,
all just
bugs,
use the skills
things
we're
like
good
that.
at and just
I'm gonna
make sure there's
detect magic
nothing weird
on
with it?
everything.
Tech magic.
Okay.
Take
Yep.
magic
Yeah.
all around
I
the
mean, I'll
place.
hit it with engineering for sure.
And then, yeah, I can certainly.
So detect magic. Nothing pings on a detect magic. I will let you roll a mysticism check though.
Ishay stands at the cart and like yells at it, like, "You give us your secrets right now," and tries to intimidate it. Does
Yeah,
that
right,
do
right.
anything?
Tell us what's going on, Turkey.
Yeah.
Guys, I
Also,
forgot to
yeah,
forgot
right.
to mention that when we were kind of gathering information about the incident that happened with Russell, he was insisting on getting more bottles of expensive wine. I don't know if that rings a bell to any of you, but if he was dying to get that, I kind of think it's suspicious that he would pass it off to us. These are,
Right.
500 credit bottles,
Yeah.
quite expensive.
Very strange.
Don't forget, Griffin, too, that this is a new day, so you can re-roll your.
Bop, bop, bop. Let's see what I
God,
get.
yes.
Adam, I
please.
didn't want to interrupt your delivery of Russell's information. Can I roll a retroactive sense
Sure.
motive on him
Absolutely.
here? Thanks.
Absolutely.
Okay. 24.
Okay, no good.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, like, just not no
Yeah.
good, but like,
If he's bluffing, he's probably better than that.
Well, he seemed
Yeah.
quite genuine for sure.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that he wanted us to eat and drink this stuff.
He was very
he just
genuine
brought
in that
it.
he wanted us to consume all of these goodies.
Look, he brought
And-
it. You can
and
you
those
can
were
choose to eat
definite-
it or not. You know.
Yeah, and those were definitely like kitchen staff
They
from
were, yeah, definitely.
here who
Yeah.
would lose their jobs terribly if
Yeah, and
something were to happen.
and the
to
bottles
them.
of wine
Yeah.
are sealed.
They're sealed.
You know, they're
Yeah.
sealed. Yeah.
I mean, he's really considerate of kitchen staff. We know.
So
18,
okay.
16, 12, 4.
Wow. All right.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
I'll get
Okay.
to use them for the rest of the night, baby.
Yeah. So this is probably the time to use them. So you can, if you want to do a deeper dive into the food, here's what I say: you can do a life science, a medicine, or a mysticism.
Okay. I'll do
Cool.
medicine.
I mean, I wrote a
Any of
21 on
those.
mysticism.
I mean, the food looks fresh, delicious.
Yep.
It's hot, piping hot. You know, you say, hey, to the staff, you're like, we want to look at this, and they open it. You know, they pull the cover off, and like steam comes off, like freshly cooked. It looks like it is not. I mean, like right off the line, as you know, it's still steaming.
Yeah. I'll hit myself up with the booster as I do this to get a 30.
Okay, with medicine.
Medicine.
Okay, and you have a chemilizer, right?
Yep, sure do.
Okay, so you're using that to scan it.
Yep.
You do detect poison in the wine.
What? In the wine?
In the wine, the food seems completely safe
Food
and
safe.
delicious.
Wine's poisoned.
Mhm. You can roll another medicine check.
Okay.
You know, also with your chemilizer
Sure.
bonus. Because I'll tell you, you hit that without the chemilizer,
Okay. Yep.
and so now you're gonna like.
Hit it with the chemilizer. Okay, so
Mhm.
this would be more like a physical science check.
No, it's gonna be
Good.
medicine.
Still a medicine check?
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm,
But with the chemilizer bonus.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
All right. Oh, 17 on the die. That'll be 30 to 40.
All right. So you identify this poison as non-lethal,
Okay.
but it would be enough to make someone pretty ill. And then if you think back to the Redshift garage, this seems very similar to the poison that was used on the Ifrit to like
Yeah.
make her run out.
Make
you
her
know,
run out.
So this is the same poison. Now, the tricky thing is again,
Obviously,
bottle
you
is
can't prove it no matter
Yeah.
what.
right, the bottle is sealed. You know what I mean? And so
And it's not. God. I mean, fuck. Question.
We should tell our friends not to accept any wine
Yeah.
from.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I will immediately send a message to. Everyone.
Except
I would say
for the
that we're friends
captains,
with.
Captain Cutters, and
Yeah, fuck the pirates and fuck. Him. He
Yeah,
brought it to
yeah.
us, right?
and old Elon.
And
Orvis.
Orvis, yeah.
Yeah, so fuck those three, but everybody else.
Hey, just to be careful, we're not accusing anyone of anything because then we'll get disqualified. But we will warn you: maybe don't take any foodstuffs
Mhm.
or liquid stuffs
Yeah.
to drink from any.
I mean, the
of
chemilizer
the
like
teams.
has a readout,
Yeah,
right?
like,
Could
we
we
have-
take a picture of the wine
Yeah.
and the chemilizer readout and be like,
Sure.
"Yo, just so you know,
Hey, just so you know, this is bona fide poison.
Yeah,
Just
not
gotta
sure
be
how
doing
this
great. Delivered to us.
happened.
By the number one team in the league.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We accepted this
The-
Russell
lovely
must
bottle
have a
of
bad
wine.
source for his cellar." Winky face.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
Mhm.
This wine tasted terrible. So bad.
Except that we didn't drink any of it, or we would be
or even open the
shitting our
bottle.
guts out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that. Oh man, I kind of want to go through the like, if we were gonna take this up an official channel kind of a thing, and just be like, we're concerned, we check this out, and I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing here. I kind of want to go through the chef, the head chef of the kitchen on this one, to be like, just so you know, somebody tried to give me some poison with food that you prepared.
No, the
for
food is
us.
not poisoned.
I
It's
know,
just
I know.
the
Like,
wine.
just be like, somebody tried to pair your delicious food with something terrible. Can you give us some pull with somebody higher up? But I'm
Well, yeah,
also
because we
hearing
did
that,
get
like,
the, now we know that he was going to the Goblin Girl for expensive
Mm-hmm.
for
wine.
expensive wine. Yeah.
Where did he?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's
Bring me
So-
poison wine or I'll threaten you, but not by touching you in any way.
it's bad. People with money are terrible humans.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
Well,
that's not
they can be.
universally
They
true.
can be.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Can't be.
say
Yeah.
the doc has us on a very stringent, metabolic intake, and he analyzes everything that we put into our bodies. And we happen to see that this wine had some pretty drastic impurities, a la poison. So you guys need to be careful. So yeah, like.
Doc's been watching our cholesterol
Yeah,
ever
not-
since we've
I
been
have.
eating nothing
I
but
have.
Cheetos.
Yeah, he's got to keep an eye on that. Like basically, I'm just like not trying to actively.
Yeah.
It's so God. I'm questioning every fucking thing we do.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like this is a hard situation where we're doing the right thing of just not drinking the wine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is bring it up the chain or pass it up the chain kind of information, or just like, this is Russell trying to play a
So
prank
I-
on
It's
us.
not bona fide proof because the
Yeah.
wine's closed.
It's not,
so
yeah.
whatever
So-
it is will make us look bad. Like
Yeah.
we're accusing people of bullshit. That's the lesson we
Yeah.
should have learned by now.
I say that we just share it with our other competitors that we like, minus those 3 asshole teams, and just keep it as polite as possible and non-accusatory, and literally say, we check all of our stuff because, we're trying to stay in tip-top shape for the race.
Especially if these particular people bring it to us.
Exactly. So everybody just be mindful about liquids and or foods that you put into your person. We found
Just
this chemical.
I send a text to everyone that says, "Hey, I'm just here so I don't get poisoned."
I don't get poisoned.
And you should be too.
And you should, you know what? I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but also
You should be here so you don't get poisoned too.
saying.
Wink, wink. He says in words.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Spells it out. So yeah, we do that. Is that official?
Yeah.
Do we send that to the what is it, Uta,
I don't think
and
we send it.
To all of the non-evil parties, can we do that?
or do we just go walk around everybody's rooms? Hell yeah, let's
think
go
we,
do
I
that.
think we tell people.
Yeah.
I don't think we.
I-
I don't think
yeah.
we leave any kind of bullshit trail here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be getting surveilled, but like, I'm gonna look for cameras.
But not like a digital trail.
Do we
kinda.
not have?
Yeah, I don't want to leave a digital.
Yeah,
trail.
should we split up and go to individual
Yeah, as
teams
quickly
each and
as
just
possible.
like be envoys to each team?
Yes, I say.
I kind of like that idea.
I have a question. Did we not implement body cams on us? Is that not a thing we did?
I have
Where-
nipple cams. Always
no.
have.
Did you have the money for that? I don't think so.
No, I'm
Uh,
broke. Always have
like
been.
me to
Not
purchase you some
anymore. We're Cheeto
UPVs.
rich, y'all. We need to go to the store tomorrow.
Not till tomorrow.
Hmm.
I have a
Not till
target
tomorrow.
computer.
We need to spread this
Yeah,
information
we
right
do
now,
that
not tomorrow.
immediately.
Well, tomorrow is technically when you should be arriving at the next race.
Right.
Thursday.
So it supremely F somebody if they drank that tonight.
Yeah, we go
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
and
no, I
start
mean this
telling
is
people.
horribly dangerous. So like, look, fuck Cheetos money. Let's split up and go tell the teams that matter. Now,
Yes.
who's going to what team? Is what it comes down to.
I think Brico
it
should go to
do-
Sandoval.
Yeah, you
doesn't
just made
matter?
a good impression on Sandoval.
Not really. Like, I mean, unless it matters to you guys.
It
but,
matters
like-
to me. Like,
Okay,
I think
yeah.
it's cool to know who goes where.
All right. Well, let's.
I was
going to
go either
13
Sandoval or
teams.
Havana. I was gonna go Sandoval or well, but there's like 3 of them that we're not including.
Right.
You know,
I'll go to the Lucky Boys and the
who's that?
the 10 World people.
10 World. Okay.
And
I I want to get. Well, do one of y'all want to go to Sandoval, or think you would have more
Brico
success
should.
with Sandoval than
Well, I was
me?
just thinking because I like fixed
Actually,
the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brico,
trying
you go to
fix it.
Sandoval.
Yeah.
I'll go to Hivonics.
Okay.
Doc, you got somebody you
work?
want?
Deshads.
I'll go talk to Deshads. I'll go talk to Avo.
Hey, what about the father-daughter?
Brico
I think
can
Brico
do
made
that.
that connection
Yeah.
too, so that should be his
Yeah,
two teams.
I'll go
let's
to
talk
the-
those two.
To the Vesks team because I
BMC.
didn't pee on
BMC.
them.
Right, right.
What else is left?
Brico didn't either, to be fair.
To be fair,
I just
He
almost
just,
did.
he
tried
just,
to,
he
yeah.
just
Attempt was
really
made.
wanted to desperately.
The gun was out of the holster, but
There's Multifold Industries, which is like the all like Android
Oh.
SROs.
I'll go to androids unless
And
unless somebody else wants
you're
to.
gonna want to go to Adari, right? The
Crucible Works, the Casathas.
the
what?
Casathas. The Casathas.
Oh wait, what? I thought Sandoval was Casathos.
No.
What is
No.
Sandoval?
Sandoval is an
they're
assortment.
just
of-
kind of like an assortment.
Oh, they're just
of-
random
Yeah.
people. Yes, then I want to go to the Casathos one.
Yeah,
And
that's
Sandoval.
No,
No, you're not
Adari
going
is-
to
Brico
Brico
is going to
Yeah.
Sandoval.
Oh no, he's going to say. I'm sorry. I'm like, I've had like Sandoval in my head as Casathos this whole
Mm-mm.
time.
That's
I'm
what
like
you are
having
at
to.
Crucible.
Yeah.
So what did you
Fuck
think was
that up.
happening when we were talking to
the
two
mice?
Yosokis?
I just thought I just ignored that
I
and
know.
missed it completely.
Who's this?
All right,
That's
all
what I did.
All right. So Deshads is going to be Dr. Patel.
Yeah.
Adari is going to be Chael.
Yeah.
Multifold Industries is going to be Dr. Patel. You want to take that
Yeah,
one as your
yeah,
second?
All
All right.
I'll talk to them too.
Sandoval is going to be Brico. Team
Brico.
BMC is going to be
Ishe.
Ishe. Hyvenix is going to be Chael. 10 World Conglomerate is going to be
Isha.
Ishe. And I guess that leaves Thaumatuk Unlimited as
What is that?
Oh, they're the
Yeah,
that's
Eoxians.
the
Eoxians.
Oh
yeah.
no, you can
I'll
get
take
fucked.
that.
No.
I'll take them.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And
You
then
would.
then there's the Spars, which
which I'll take.
Brico is
Brico.
going to take. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you
All right,
guys
so
do
can,
that.
Can I? I'm sorry. Very quickly, can I ask a question? Are we trying to tell them, like all of these teams, about the sabotage shit, or just the
The
poison? shit?
poison.
Just the
Just
that
the poison.
that you discovered that there was poison in some of your food
Mm-hmm.
and drink, and to be mindful of taking
Okay.
gifts from anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
from anybody.
Okay.
Not pointing
Yeah.
any
Right.
specific fingers.
No
Right.
matter what kind of gifts, be
Yeah.
mindful.
Yeah.
But
Right,
we
right.
particularly had some like.
A
food
thought
stuff.
occurs.
I thought.
Yeah.
A thought occurs.
I thought Brico.
If anybody does get sick, could the finger not be pointed at us for giving Cheetos out all afternoon?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I mean, let's be
Then that
honest.
finger gets pointed at Cheetos, the corporation.
Let's
We're
be-
brand new.
Yeah, let's be
We,
honest.
it's such a new sponsorship that it's like if we gave them out, we just look dumb.
That's a
Yeah.
We don't look
delightful idea.
sinister,
Like-
right?
Okay.
if the finger's gonna get pointed on us anyways. Let's just be honest. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no
gonna-
matter
this is
what
gonna blow
happens,
back
we
to
look
us.
like
Yeah.
shit. But
All right.
we're
so I'm
also
gonna rein
trying to get
I'm
that
gonna rein this
goodwill.
in. So you guys do the thing. You guys go and tell all the teams that you want to tell.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
know, and you know, most of them are very thankful. Some of them are curt, but nobody's outright like "fuck you" for coming here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so you know, you've done that. You've notified the teams of that. As you guys are all meeting back in the hallway as a group, you notice some strange wet footprints along one of the hallways.
Way to
And
work.
so now it's like, well, say it's like 1 a.m. at this point. Well, maybe not that late. Let's say it's like 11 o'clock. And the prints are toeless and made of like some weird green tinged liquid.
Ugh.
Does
I'm gonna-
it smell like moss?
No.
Okay.
It does.
All right.
Okay.
That's a good question.
All right.
Um,
all right.
You can certainly roll a
I'm gonna-
medicine or a life science on these footprints.
Okay.
Can we aid the
25.
doc?
Mm-hmm.
25 before an aid.
You got it.
I aid.
27.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I get,
29.
everybody's looking at this like, everybody's kind of
This is
amped up.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can determine that this liquid actually contains traces of the same poison that was in the Redshift garage and that was in your wine.
Do we need a life science
Yeah,
as well?
to know a creature that secretes this.
So I need a mysticism check.
I got you.
I have to
let's see.
actually observe it to do the thing, I think.
And this isn't necessarily a creature
20,
check. This is
26
Okay.
to
Nice.
mysticism.
Nice.
so. Your experience with the fire elementals probably had you researching into elementals in general,
Right.
especially with the knowledge that potentially somebody's summoning them. Well, whoever.
I've also dated some elementals in
Of
my
There you
course
go.
you have.
So you can determine that this is actually being made by a toxic water elemental of some kind.
Ooh.
an Undine.
Okay, so if you want to follow these tracks, you will need a survival check.
Mm.
All right, I'm not the one for that.
Hold
won't lie
on. I
to
got
you.
a +9. Who else?
Hey,
Anybody?
baby.
There
I
you
gave
go.
you that one for fun.
Okay, come on. Just fucking do some business, okay?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Guess what time it is?
Is it Dale
Oh,
Factor?
It's a Dale
shit.
Factor.
Dale Factor. Yeah, on the survival. I gave you that as an afterthought. I
That
never
is-
thought you'd use it. Okay,
Sorry.
Love
fun Dale fact, very quick. Dale Earnhardt, in his career, he raced. So laps are what you call when you go one time around a track, right? It's a lap.
Yeah,
right?
that's a lap.
Hey, I'm not
I gotcha.
talking to you. I'm talking to anybody who might not know.
Mhm.
In his Winston Cup career, he raced 202,888 laps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What's interesting though is like the variance between the like size of tracks, like the biggest tracks are like 2 whole miles for one
Wow.
lap,
Mhm.
and the smallest, my favorite tracks are the tiny tracks like
Yeah.
Bristol, where it's like you do a lap in like 19 seconds or something. But between all of those track sizes, you did 202,888 laps.
That's a
in
lot of
NASCAR.
laps.
Damn, how do you find that
It's a
many
lot.
people's laps to sit in?
He's working. He works hard for the money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just thought that
Dale-
one was fun.
2 Dale facts in an
I
episode.
know.
We're cooking with gas now.
That's
Dale
a
facts.
29 BT dubs.
Yeah, that's you crush it. So
Yeah.
you're able to trace it to the Fusion Grill, to Milu's Grill.
Uh-oh.
And so you go in there and one of your buddies is working and you're like, hey, we're on the case. And
The
so
Protect Fipzul with all.
yeah,
Yep.
Pipsil's like,
With all
oh,
haste.
geez, okay, I won't get in your way. Because like the tracks go back into the kitchen.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And so, Fipsil doesn't stop you if
Got
you
that
want to go into the
draw in
kitchen,
it.
Oh,
but you have to, I'm not going to assume you go into the kitchen. So you have to tell me you're going into
Hey,
the kitchen.
Adam, I would like to go into the
Okay,
kitchen.
so you go into the kitchen
Okay.
as the person is leading this party with your survival check. And when you go into the kitchen, you see that the trail goes up the side of the stove or oven and onto the stovetop there's like this large bubbling pot of soup.
Oh no, it goes in the pot.
Yeah, it goes into the pot, and like before you can like do anything else, Milo comes back in, or Milu. Let me show you, remind you guys what this
like
guy
a
looks like.
dog looking.
Oh, the
Yeah.
rabbit
Oh,
folk.
bunny guy.
Yeah. And he says, "What are you doing in here? This is my kitchen. What you need to get out of here? This is not a. This is highly irregular. Please leave. No, this is not good. This is secrets back here to all of my
Can I?
cooking."
Can I roll and intimidate on him?
Or a sense motive? Like, is he just
I mean,
genuinely?
he's the chef.
Yeah.
And you're in his kitchen.
Yeah.
I know. I just want to punk him out because what we saw is a fucking creature going into his cook pot. I mean,
No, you
Trail leading up
you
to
saw
the
a
Trail
trail
leading into the cook pot.
leading into
Yeah.
the cook pot. You don't see
Oh,
any
I mean-
creature.
I know we didn't see I'm just saying, it's like the
Yeah.
trail implies, like don't act like I'm crazy here. Like we see
No.
footsteps leading to his cook pot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say we
That's
point
crazy.
that out. Like, Are you cooking with elementals nowadays?
But no, that is ridiculous. I would not be cooking with elementals. This is a terrible accusation to make on such a prestigious chef as such as myself.
Are you familiar with this? Like, what is this? And would
This
point to
is
the
a soup that
tracks.
I'm.
The tracks.
I did not see these tracks before. This is interesting. Roll a diplomacy check. Okay. Like anybody can, or a life science actually, whichever.
Can we do both or either?
You can do what you can do. One or the.
Would like
but
to diplomacy.
Yeah, but
yes!
everybody can roll.
28.
Okay.
Diplomacy.
All right. So yeah, you're leading this up, and he's like, "Oh, this is terrible. This could ruin me. This is awful. Thank you so much for pointing this out. What could have happened if I had served this to everybody for breakfast? This would have been terrible." He says, no, and he takes the soup, and he just he gets his towels and he picks the soup up and he just pours it down the drain. Like,
oh no,
this is terrible. No. And he
This
pushes
is covering up a crime, is what this is.
You can roll a sense motive if you want.
I would
Fucking
like
love it.
to. 28.
28. Yeah, no, you certainly get the sense that he is embarrassed that this happened on his watch. Keep in mind too that this is a famous chef. You know what I mean? Like, he has a huge reputation. He's a celebrity chef, and he is mortified that he did not see this, and that it took racers to come in and point out in his own kitchen this horrible thing. Now, if you're worried about missing out on information because he poured it down the drain, the liquid is all the same, right? Like, you have the information that you need. Some sort of toxic water elemental had poisoned this soup, unbeknownst to Milu, and he's embarrassed, and he says, "Thank you so much. My reputation you have saved. Please take these for whenever you need them." And he gives you a dozen fresh baked restorative scones. Each of these scones functions as a Mark II serum of healing. So he gives you 12 Mark II serum of healing scones.
Fuck yes! Snacks!
Yeah. You have saved
Thank
me
you
many
so much.
credits.
This is, oh my God, I just cannot think of what the embarrassment. I would have been ruined. This is just, I can't even.
So, as he's kind of having this meltdown, it's Milu, is that correct?
Yes, Milu.
Chef, Milu, yeah, absolutely. We're happy to help. Speaking of potential embarrassments, just so you know, and you're on the up and up, we also received some wine earlier today that had some, well, honestly, the same substance that was here. So.
What bottle was it?
And.
It
took
was
a picture of it next to the scanner.
a bottle of.
Yes,
We didn't
well,
pour out the bottle, right?
No,
we still have
it's
the
still
bottle.
sealed.
Still sealed. Yeah.
Corvais.
Yeah, and you have the
Corvais
picture and you show
Spritz.
it. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh no, we do not have such a vintage here. This is not one of our vines." You knew this already
Yeah, we knew it was from his private
because
stock.
he told you. Russell said it was from
Okay,
his private
all right.
stock.
Private stock. Yep.
Okay. I missed
But
that.
I think where we were kind of tripped up with that was that he was like asking.
Yes.
Like, we got the
staff
story that he was
for-
potentially asking for,
Which he
expensive
didn't
bottles
get.
of wine.
Yeah, but my brain didn't connect that because I'm having moments. Okay. All right.
So I don't want you guys to forget those serum of healing. So there's 4 of you. So each of you
Yep.
take 3 Mark II
3.
serums of healings to your
Yeah.
inventory.
Dunka.
All right.
Mhm.
As Griff said earlier, a thought occurs. So here's Russell going to this goblin and saying, "Get me this wine, get me this wine, get me this wine." If he's had access to his private stock this entire time, why is he trying to get someone else to give him wine? Or is
So-
somebody sneaking something into him so that he bolsters his private stock? And I know that messages can come in, but I'm unclear if other deliveries
Cheetos
come
came in.
Cheetos came in. That's true.
Just
Yeah,
know that everything is screened.
everything's screened.
Every single thing is screened.
Just
Yeah.
not very
out
well.
and in.
Just not,
Yeah.
just not for poison. Okay. All right.
Okay. And he says, I must restart this batch and completely clean my kitchen. This is, please, I thank you for this, but I'm so now very busy. I'm way behind schedule. And he gets to hustling to work.
Okay.
So I imagine, as per usual, you knowing that the next day is the arrival, that Chael wants to check out the ship.
Yeah, more so than ever.
More than ever,
before.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so you do that, and there are several people checking out their ships now because of the events that have happened and some of the things that you guys have been saying. You kind of notice that whether or not people believe you, they're double checking their ships. So a lot, at least somebody from most of the crews is there, and including Maxon Wither, which is one of the Withers that I don't think you've had much interaction with. And he's waving a handheld technological device at the Visiri. Okay, this is the Adari Crucible Works starship, and they're noticeably not there.
Oh, hell no.
And he's just kind of casually waving it there as you guys walk into the hangar.
I can't abide this. Just out of character.
We know
Can't
what it
abide
is.
it. So I'm about to
Roll
do
a
some
check
shit
for
if
what it
y'all
is.
don't.
So as you approach, you see Maxon quickly palm the device. You can roll a perception check to see if you see what he does with it.
$32.
Okay, so you see him quickly and very deftly slipped it into his inner jacket pocket.
Okay.
And then he just moves
it.
towards his ship.
Did I get a good enough look at it that I could describe it, or I guess if it's all like circuitry underneath?
No, like he's doing it kind of when nobody's looking, and as soon as you guys approach, he and just kind of moves on, like real chill, like, you know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Bro, I'm so tired of this shit.
I can tell you where it is on his person. Rico, is there any way we can get that away from him?
I just, while it happened, I would have. It's not a harmful spell, but if I could have got him with a time loop, he would have been like drawing it and putting it back if he failed his.
I mean,
I feel like I just can't, in good conscience, like if there's a bunch of people, I can't cast any kind of spell or we're just gonna get kicked out.
yeah.
I feel like I can't use magic here because
I mean, I can attempt to sleight of hand, but it's only a +5, and that's a big old risk.
I will tell you that knowing where it is in his pocket is going to give you a +2 bonus to any checks.
I'm gonna go fucking stealth and sleight of hand here.
Yep.
I got this.
You're gonna try to steal it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
got
gonna
it.
try and steal it
Because you've got a good sleight of hand, right?
because
Okay.
I've got paradoxes. To
I'm just like,
Paradox
oh,
is
Yes,
banked.
paradox.
that's probably
paradoxes,
smarter.
Yes.
Just because, like, all I want to do is expose them, but we got told by our boss, stop trying to fucking expose people, even though they're obviously evil.
Yeah, we just got to know what this thing is.
Okay. I tell Rico where it is, exactly where it is.
Okay, and so like
Because
there's
just,
a lot of
go
going
make some
on,
noise
like,
or something.
right?
bro,
There's
like-
a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a lot of people down here, and so you know, Brico being kind of little as you are and stealthy can just kind of move around and look for the perfect opportunity here. So let's get that sleight of hand.
Okay, the sleight of hand's gonna be a dirty 30. Burning a paradox.
All right. So this is great. All right. So the DC was a 20 to take it. All right.
Ooh.
However, you had to get a 27 for you to take it without him noticing it.
Ooh.
So you managed somehow to get it out of his pocket, maybe just like bump into him or something, you know, and you get it.
And I immediately vanishing trick it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's totally unaware, and he says, "Oh, watch out where you're going," and just kind of huffs off and leaves the hangar. Once he's gone, you can examine it, and let's
done,
get
Rico.
a computers or engineering check.
I can attempt
Hey, it's
to
late. We
aid.
want to know this too, right?
Yeah.
31.
31. All right. This is a device that is similar to a chemolyzer, but instead of chemicals, it is actually used to learn the composition of technological devices. So it was scanning the Viserys ship to try to presumably get the schematics for a ship. And you now have such a device that you could scan and get schematics for a ship.
Nice.
Amazing.
But so you put together a couple things. You know that Engor has also now talked to Terminator
A certain
about,
janitor.
yeah, right,
You know?
about and so that they were, so Maxon was using this device. What you can tell that it has no means of damaging or
Right.
tampering with the ship. It's just a scanner.
So yeah. Okay.
However, with that roll, you also notice numerous similarities between the construction of this device and the coolant canister that you found in Redshift garage.
It's very valuable knowledge that won't matter unless we can
No,
give video
Got to
evidence.
figure it out.
We are
But
just piecing together this
Yeah.
this puzzle, and
I
we're
know.
collecting
I understand.
evidence.
I just hate it.
I just hate it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's the
Picking
thing we
things up
have.
one at a
And
time.
Brico, you can keep it sort of stashed on your person, hidden, like, right? Okay.
yep.
Oh man. There's a part of me that wants to bug it and like somehow get it back to him. But
I wish you were a Soki, just so like all the shit you're keeping in your cheek pouches.
Dirty bags of Cheetos.
Oh, just quite a bit full.
So okay, I'm sorry, Adari are missing, and that was the ship that they were.
Well, they just weren't
not
there.
Okay.
They're just
Not
not
there.
there.
Okay.
They're just not there.
All right. So he was just scanning while they weren't there. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, which was so Adari was one of the ones that we sent the warning out
Yeah.
to. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I feel bad because like I mentally, like a dummy, was mixing up Adari with another person, like another crew.
There's a lot to keep track of.
I know. And like
Yeah.
Adari was the one I like. It's the Kasathas I was
Yeah.
excited about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have we checked our ship? Are we kosher?
No, you have not checked your ship.
Quick black.
Well, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Roll an engineering check.
Can we
Okay.
aid?
Sure. I would suggest it. Just to
You
be
want me
sure.
to auto aid or
I aid barely, but I do.
Auto aid.
All right. So that's 3 aids to the engineering check.
Which is a total plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's a lot of numbers here. No. So with my 19 plus my 17 bonus plus 6 is 42.
Woo!
Yeah, your ship's fine.
Okay.
Of
You
course.
you can feel 100% confident that your ship is ready to race. And so, with that, the next morning, you're awoken by Uta's announcement that you have arrived at the next rally, which is at Verses.
Versus.
The name of this rally is called Climatica. And
Oh.
the competitors that are participating in this overland endurance race travel through all 3 of Versus climate zones. And this is the longest of Absalom's run. It's going to take 48 hours.
Oh my god.
The whole race. Oh, it's like the Le Mans.
Yeah, it's
It's like the multiple day long race. Like yeah, that's awesome. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
got way
it's
too excited.
It's all right. It says the rally is an overland race, not a starship race. So you will all be given. Each competitor is going to be given an identical hover pod, and you'll be given 1 hour to modify it. To do that, in which I'll give you all the modifications that you can choose. Basically, you'll be able to pick 2 of the modifications that I provide, or any from the books. Whatever you want to do, I'll give you guys a week to think about it. And then you also get a tracking baton. that has a tracking chip, which must be physically touched to each of the race's checkpoints. Okay, so everybody gets a hover pod, everybody gets a tracking baton, and this is a 48-hour race,
So-
which we will do next week.
Oof.
Okay.
All
I'll ask
right,
you
all
questions
right.
when we're done.
Oof.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
I got a lot of
Very
questions.
curious.
Right.
Restorations, baby.
Yeah,
Keep
so
the fatigue away.
Just so you,
Yeah.
just so you know, Adam.
So many questions.
Next week it's gonna be my birthday, so you have to be extra sweet to me and extra
Uh,
nice,
yeah, I'll try.
and let us win.
Those rules.
Yeah, it's next week is going to be the whole episode is going to be this race.
Just this race, yeah.
Oh wait. We're playing a week from today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got to figure some shit out
Yep.
because I am scheduled to do jury duty next Monday.
what?
I just found out, but I literally I told my school, and they were like, I think I got you.
Oh,
I
I
think
hope
I
so.
can get you
Yeah.
out of it. So I
Cool.
will let
We'll
you
deal
know.
with that later. But with that, I've had enough of this tonight, so I'm going to call it, and
Who
we'll
are
see you
you
next
telling?
week. Yeah. Bye.
All right.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.